Hey everybody, I'll be on in a second. Sorry about the janky audio to start with. I think having the Fuji cam on was messing with things, but hopefully that's better now. Hello, everybody. There she is. There she is. Oh, and there she is. We got multiple Fujis in effect. Why does she always face away from the camera is what I want to know. Why does Fuji always face away? I mean, I could have put the camera the other way around, but it's fine. It is absolutely fine. Holy moly, guys. Hello. Hello, hello. She's a little shy. Well, she pretends to be shy. She pretends to be shy. If she stays put, this is a new bed we've got for her. And she hates it, but she loves the blanket. So we've put the blanket in the bed, so she hopefully gets the best of both worlds. She gets to use her bed, but also she gets to sit on the blanket. Yeah. Face towards the heater. Well, the radiator's actually not on. Yeah, we have yet to put our heating on yet. A little bit scared about the potential heating bills. So not putting it on just yet. And oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. I'm gonna hold off from actually using the train whistle. I don't want to freak Fuji out. I'm gonna try to do anything to not freak Fuji out. Let's see how long Fuji will hang around with us for today. Welcome on in, my dudes. Welcome on in. Yeah, sorry about the low effort camera here. It's just I just stuck it on. Fuji, she got in her bed in the other room, and then I thought, oh, if I bring the bed in, maybe she'll sit in here with me. So currently she's in here with me. For how long, I don't know. So get your Fuji fix, is what I'm saying. Get your Fuji fix in now. Yeah, we got a Bobby train in effect, guys. Bobby. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? That's a goddamn level 4. Oh my goodness. Vsword Dancer, thank you ever so kindly for the 10 gifted subs. My guys, if you just got gifted a sub by Vsword Dancer, throw him a thank you. Throw him a cheeky little thank you. Send them some love in the form of a sweet patat, why don't you? That is very, very kind. Thank you. Naomi thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back to you. Christy, thank you for the bits. I missed this little guy. Thank you very much. He missed you too. He missed you too. Metalicious, thank you for the 22 months. Toot toot times 22. Unfortunately, right now, I can't do 22 toots. I don't want to freak Fuji out. I don't know how she'll react to the train whistle. Holy moly, is that it? Did we do it? There it is. And with Fuji in our presence, there he is, King Bozo in effect. Let's just drop that behind there. King Bozo is with us. Fuji is with us. Goots is with us. The sad ghost and the sweet patat is with us. Praise be King Bozo. Hey, thank you all very much for the kindness. Much appreciated. Pit Viper, thank you for the 18 months. A whole 18 months. Thanks for keeping me company whilst I work from home. Excited for some Dice Quest today. Ooh, yes. I'll explain what I've got cooking in just a few moments. I think you guys are gonna like what I've got cooking. I think you're gonna like the taste of what I got cooking. I am Snowed Under. Thank you for the bits. LBXO, my friend Levi. Thank you for the 25 month-a-roonies. I appreciate it very much. Welcome back. When I hear Goots, I always think of Ludwig's cat Coots. Coots is an interesting name for a cat, huh? That's a pretty interesting name. C-Train, thank you very much for the 11 months. Friday, Hype Train, let's go. Hell yes, my dude. Hell yes. Amy Jessica, thank you for the 12 months. 11 months. I think it might be 12. Let's go. Thanks for the fun streams, PJ. Thank you very much. I'm late. Do we know who won the big 3 vote? I mean, we know who won, but it was cancelled, unfortunately. But we know who won. But unfortunately, it was cancelled because of fraud. But we don't know where that fraud lies. We don't know where that fraud lies. We'll have to see when the next election comes. We'll have to see when the next election comes. All right. Thank you all very kindly for all the wonderful hype. We're gonna say goodbye to our wonderful hype train in 3, 2, 1, boom. Into the abyss it goes. Charlie is keeping her secrets. Yes. We don't know exactly which way it's swayed. We don't know where the fraud lies. You might expect it came from me and my community, because obviously, you know, people were excited. They were rampant during the elections. But I have theories. I have theories. What's above King Bozo? Currently nothing, but clearly the hype trains can go further, so we're going to have to make more carriages, which I guess we could do that. Not today, but on a future stream. It did? I don't know. I don't know. I have theories. I have just one thing to say to you. Leave. I'll have to tell you my theories off stream, because it wouldn't be appropriate for stream. I would hate to slander others. I'd hate to. I mean, if I have to, I will, but I'd hate to. Headless Me, God, please, thank you very much for the 15 months. It would be rude to not sub for Fuji content. Hey, thank you. Hopefully she'll turn around. And let me see if I can... let me see if I can give you a little bit of better view here. Hey, Fidge. Hey, Fidge. What's up? What's up, baby? Whoops. Oh no, I've messed it up. I messed it up. That's what we got to work with for now. In the future, maybe I'll have a better setup. But she's not. The thing is, she's unpredictable. She's an unpredictable cat. We never know when she's in here. So I'm not like Charlie, where I have a specific setup always for the cat. Just because, yeah, it's a rare treat for her to be in here with us. I was so bummed out that it's snowing right now, and Fuji made it better. You're bummed out that it's snowing? I'd love a bit of snow. I'd love a cheeky bit of snow. We are blessed either way. Today we are blessed. Dice Quest and Fuji Cam, we are blessed this Friday. Yes, we are. I'm very excited for today's Dice Quest. I've got an extra little something up my sleeve that I think you guys are going to like. I'll talk more about that very soon. First of all, I need to say also thank you to Vsword Dancer. Thank you for the 30 months. I've hit my 30s at last. My reward is Fujicam. I am here for this. Hope things are going well. Thank you very much. Happy 30 months. That is that's a new patat. That's the Galaxy patat. May you take it and soar the galaxies. Butler Dogs, thank you very much for the 8 months. Honestly, just a sub for Fuji. Honestly, that's fine. Honestly, that's fine. You know, obviously part of my income is from these streams, and you know what I spend my money on? That thing down there. That adorable little gray fluff ball is what I spend my money on. The other day, the other day I got some new toys. I got a new mouse thingy. I got obviously this bed that she doesn't like, but she does like she likes the blanket. So we put the blanket in the bed. And I got her some new bowls because one of her old bowls smashed because it was dropped on the floor. And I'm not going to say who dropped it on the floor, but it was dropped on the floor. Please throw our sub money at Fuji stuff. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, also but we got this banana that's filled with catnip. Maybe I should have brought the banana in here with us. I'm scared if I leave the room, it's going to prompt her to be like, oh, I guess I'll leave as well then. Drug her to stay? I will not be doing that. I will not be doing that. Please do not talk about drugging my cat. Pinya, thank you very much for the 26 months. Pusp. Hi, Fuji. What is Pusp? What is Pusp? Katie Bad, thank you for the 16 months. Wee! I think, whilst I'm all for it, I might stop reading the sub messages that are wee and woo, because I feel like I can never quite put the right energy behind it. Wee! But please do keep doing them. Pam Burgers, thank you for the 25 months. Hi Peach, hi Fuji. Hello from me and Fuji. Dozy Lamb, thank you very much for the 22 months. Absolutely perfect stream to celebrate a sub anniversary. Hello Fuji. Mowok, meow, puspa. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Fuji, thanks you too. Smudgy Bean, thank you for the 12 months. Welcome back to you as well. And also, hold on, Charmander, thank you for the fresh sub. Welcome on in. I'm Snowed Under, thank you for the bits. Lo-Fi, thank you for the 22 months. Whoa, what a way to kick off a stream. Thank you for making each of these 22 of the sub months awesome. Thank you very much. Peachim, thank you very much for the 10 months. 10 whole months of jonks. I love the Fuji cam, by the way. Thank you. We'll see how long she's around with us for today. We don't know when she'll leave. There's a chance she's going to get up at some point and start, like, looking at the door and scratching at the door. There's also a chance I might miss that, so if I do, please do let me know. Cameo, thank you also for the 17 months. Toot, happy Friday. I'll do a very soft toot. Very soft toot. Yeah, I didn't want to spook Fuji. She's okay. I think she's settling down for a nap. Look at that. God. Yeah, I was just about to say, Raichi, I wish I could just in a bed that is much larger than me and round, you know, sits around me. I would like that very much. She's unbothered. Yeah, currently she seems okay. I think she's settling down. Oh, to be a cat. Can't believe she hates the new bed. It looks so soft. Yeah, it's weird. We have this really soft teddy bear blanket, and she does not like it at all. She will not stand on it. She will not sit on it. And it's the kind of thing that a cat would love and their cat would, like, need, but she doesn't. So, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. So, yeah, also the bed. It's very soft and fluffy, but she does not like it. Cats, man. Cats. You can buy them the most expensive toy in the world, and they'll be more obsessed with the box it came in. Is the surprise that Fuji actually Anthony Birch is actually Anthony Birch in disguise, and you're going to the new 6th member of Dungeons and Daddies? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but That is not the surprise, unfortunately. Isn't Anthony Birch the guy who writes Borderlands? Am I thinking of the right person? He's the brother of Ashley Birch. I've never listened to Dungeons and Daddies before, but I do like D&D stuff. Unfortunately, my poopy Virgin Media internet will not allow me to watch the stream. Virgin Media said no today. No worries, Matt. You take care. Don't worry about it. That's all good. I'm dog is more obsessed with socks and plastic bottles. I'm assuming you meant my dog. I am dog. To be honest, that is how a dog would speak, wouldn't or type. I am dog is more obsessed with socks and plastic bottles. Yes, very good, dog. We have somebody at my door. City Illustrations here dressed as a frog. Dressed as a frog. I am frog. Well, let's take a look and see what you get. City of Illustrations, what will you get? Wonderful. You get a prize. You get a fun fact. Today we're doing fun facts. Well, I actually am going to be turning off the redeem whilst we do Dice Quest. All right, fun facts. Here we go. Australia is wider than the moon. The moon sits at 3,400 kilometers in diameter, whilst Australia's diameter from east to west is almost 4,000 kilometers. Did you know that? So if the moon crashed into the Earth, Australia would actually be fine, right? It would be able to absorb the hit. I had a dream last night that I was moving to Australia. I had a dream that Elliot is a cool guy from the Big 3 stream team.
A dubious little creature.
Exactly. I dreamed that he bought a 9-bedroom mansion for the Big 3 to stream from. And then I woke up and I was really disappointed. Although, considering it was a mansion. Oh my God! I was looking around it being...
I know that. I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than you.
Thank you very much, Rachie. Thank you for the bits. You already knew that. Okay, sorry about that. Well, we got somebody else at my door. Yeah, for a 9-bedroom house, I was very disappointed. It was okay, but it was like not to my tastes. It was like the rooms were too small and too tall. Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, yeah. Elliot is a rich guy. Yeah, maybe. In my dreams. In my dreams, he is. Somebody else is at my door. Who have we got? We've got a honk from behind dressed as Goot. Not even Goots, just a singular Goot. All right. Oh, I got an email, guys. I have been chosen. I have been chosen to be scammed today. 9 bedrooms, room for future members. Maybe my dream was a foreshadowing. Yeah, now that I remember as well, in my dreams, I was the leader of the Big 3. Hang on a minute. That's interesting. So wait a minute. If I was to be the leader, then I would get us to a point where Elliot is able to buy us a 9-bedroom house in Australia. I mean, who am I to tempt fate? Okay, honk from behind, dressed as a singular Goot. Let's see what you get. Oh, wonderful. Well, thankfully, I still have the fun facts page up. Here's another fun fact for you. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. By the way, I have not fact-checked these. I don't know how accurate these are, so if you are from Switzerland, please feel free to correct me. It's considered animal abuse because they're social beings and get lonely. Well, that's a sad fact. That's not a fun fact. Now I'm just thinking about sad, lonely guinea pigs. All right, let's do another one. Hang on a minute. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland, is it? It was apparently chosen because of its connection with dominance and chivalry, as well as purity and innocence in Celtic mythology. Or is it Celtic? Celtic. There you go. That's a fun fact, I guess. I had fun reading it. It's a mythical creature. It is a mythical creature, yes. Like guinea pigs. Guinea pigs get lonely and die from it. Yeah, I have heard about that, actually, yeah. But now I'm just sad. Now I'm just thinking about lonely guinea pigs. I never had a guinea pig as a kid. I was a rabbit guy. I had rabbits and hamsters and birds And I never really felt like I connected with any of them. I mean, I did. I remember one of my hamsters did die on Easter Sunday, and that was a terrible Easter. I cried all day. But yeah, I don't know how much I connected with those animals. I think I was a bit too afraid to hold the rabbits. I have a cat called Fart. That is a lie. Those who lamb, that is a lie. Do not come into my stream and lie. Yeah, I didn't really like to hold the rabbit. My mum would always just sit with the rabbit on her lap. Don't know why I was afraid of holding the rabbit. Fuji's a bit like a rabbit. Her, Fart for short. Oh, his name is Farticus? Alright. Alright. They're not small children-friendly pets? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I always like the idea of a house rabbit. Like a big old house rabbit hopping around the house. But yeah, Fuji's enough of a house rabbit. I had rabbits as a kid. She had dead eyes. Yeah, I mean, look, some people might have genuine connections with their rabbits and stuff, and that is wonderful. But yeah, I always felt with the rabbits I had, they were kind of like... There wasn't a connection. When I look in Fuji's eyes and she looks back at me, like, I know that there's something going on there. Like, she's thinking and feeling something, you know? Whereas with a rabbit, it just kind of felt like, you don't even care that I'm alive. Whereas I think Fuji, to a certain degree, does care that I'm alive. To a certain degree. Sophie's been joking a lot recently, saying that I'm Fuji's new favorite. Because she's been really affectionate towards me recently. I think it might have been because Sophie went away on a film shoot for like a week. And so I was just here with Fuji. I was like looking after Fuji for a week, like solid. And we did kind of bond, you know. We bonded as much as a man and his cat can. So yeah, I don't think I'm her new favorite. I think she's just being sweet. She's just being sweet. I'm waking up a lot in the mornings with her, like, sleeping in between my legs, which is, yeah, which is nice. PJ and Fuji had a lads weekend. We did. We had a whole lads week. I'm listening to this whilst feeding my guinea pigs. They're amazing little furballs. Yeah. I'm sure, look, any pet that you have, you will have a connection with because it is your pet. And you know what? I'm sure when I was a kid, I felt connected to a certain degree with my animals. I've just kind of forgotten what that connection felt like. So yeah, I do not doubt, and I do not want to belittle anyone's relationships with their pets, no matter how, even if it's just an ant. Even if your pet is just an ant. I knew someone who once had snails as a pet. Giant snails. Which was interesting. So, my dudes, as promised today, I am set up for Dice Quest. I have got everything I need in front of me for Dice Quest. Well, PJ, what do you possibly need in front of you for something that is meant to be improvised? Well, let me tell you. We have got a new feature. I'm always trying to think about... I know we've had a little break from Dice Quest, but in its break, I've been trying to think about how I could make it a little bit more special. Always trying to upgrade it bit by bit. I think when I first thought of doing Dice Quest, I had all these big ideas, and I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to do all these ideas. So I scaled it all back, and I started really small. And which is why, when we began Dice Quest, it was so... simple. And then we're adding little bits to it, We've got like, if we take a little look real quick before we jump into things. We've got the, where is it? Here it is. We've got the health bar, which is nice. We've got a cheeky little health bar, which can go down. You can die if you're not careful. And also the voting system. So for example, when it's time to vote, this comes up down here, and you can vote away on your answer. For example, do you like Fuji? And then you just type the number of which one it is. 1 for yes or 2 for very yes. We can die. Yes, you can die. So there you go. There's a little example of that. 89.8% of you are saying very yes. That is good to know. Yeah, and so I've got another thing today. I've got another little thing. Got another little thing that I'd like to show you. I'll do a little example of it. Oh, and also this might not work. Let me double check. I actually forgot to check if this worked still. This was quite laggy when we used it before. This might make everything go really badly for a second, so bear with me. Okay, that's a dice. All right, we roll a 10. I remember once we did that and it lagged really badly. Oh, like this. Yeah. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me fix that before we get started, because we're going to be rolling a lot of dice. We're going to be rolling a lot of dice. So bear with me. Dice Quest, where are you at? So chat roll. Yeah, let me just have a quick look. Let me just quickly fix that. Let's have a look. What can I do to fix that? I can make a new button over here. Create button. We're going to call this button. I know what the issue is, and it's just... It's just that. Let's say Dice Quest. Let's say chat roll. Visible. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So for example, now I could press this. 20? Hey, that's got to be a good sign, right? Okay, 1 second. So now I just need a way to turn it off. So dice on. And then we need a dice off. Sorry, this was the one thing I forgot to do before we began today. Edit this. Edit this. Dice off. There we go. So we can now, boom, re-roll. We roll an 8. We're not very happy with that, and away it goes. All right, that should be better then. That should get us through this. I can get rid of that now. Okay, wonderful. I also managed to figure out a way to incorporate a currency system. There's also a currency system. Do you think you'll play Coral Island? It reminds me of Stardew Valley. I saw somebody playing that. It looked kind of interesting. Maybe. If there's enough demand for it, I don't know. Maybe we'll check it out. Always interested in these sort of Stardew-like games. Also, Zows, thank you for the 26 months. Hi ho, I'm tired, so gonna chill here. Hell yeah, dude, you've come to the right place today. We're storytelling today. Yes, I've incorporated a currency system. It's very simple. Very, very simple. There's basically, I found a way to keep track of your money. How are we going to keep track of your money? Right, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Well. Da-na-na-na. An inventory. Holy moly, we have a bloody Dice Quest inventory. How about that, guys? Would you like to see it again? Currently, your
oh my god!
Yeah, I got Wario in the inventory. Currently, your inventory is empty, and you have no money. But we'll change that, hopefully. Hopefully, that will change. Hopefully, that will change.
Nice job, team.
So yeah, we've got that going as well now, and I'll keep adding things as we go along. But I have got 20 items prepared that you might be able to find throughout your adventures. We might not find them all today. We might only find a couple today. And I'm still debating as well what you'll hold on to and what you lose. Like, I'm still figuring out if I want chat to keep the items in between stories. Maybe. Oh, and I forgot to show you as well. So, also, the money system. If you get money, I can press this button here and it ticks up however much money you get, or I can type it to be much quicker. So like I can say like, if you've got 15 coins, bababooey, you got 15 coins.
Yippee! You did it!
If you've got 300 coins, 300 coins. If you've got 420,069 coins, you can have that many coins. Unfortunately, chat will begin with 0 coins. No money. And it's very possible you're watching this and you're like, PJ, what the f is Dice Quest? I can explain, because we're going to be jumping into this very shortly. Very, very shortly, in fact. You know what I'm going to do? Actually, just whilst we're doing this, I'll leave the other redeems on, but I will turn off where is it? Channel points. I am going to turn off Trick or Treat. Just for the time being. Just whilst we're... And also Ask a Question I'm going to turn off. Just so I don't forget about them, basically. But everything else I'll leave on, just in case you want to interact with those. But yes, let me explain what Dice Quest is. Not even a cheeky coin. As in, you want to start with a coin.
If you fancy the Jonas Brothers, cover your belly.
Thank you, Eloisa, for the bits. Let's quest some dice. Yes, if you fancy Dice Quest, cover your belly. So yeah, I think I'm set up and good to go. Just to briefly explain for anybody who is unfamiliar, has maybe not done a Dice Quest with us before. Also, I'll make Fuji a little bit smaller, I think. Just a little smaller there. There we go. In the corner she goes. For anyone who's not been with us before for a Dice Quest, I will explain what it is and how it works. It's very simple. You don't need to know or really do anything. Well, you do need to do something, but you don't need to really know anything. In fact, the less you know, the better. I need you to know nothing. But yeah, I think otherwise, I think I'm good to go. I've got everything in front of me that I need. Yeah. It'll be very chill. Ultimately, it will be very chill. Very, very chill. All right. Holy moly. It's been a while since we've done one of these, huh? And we even got Fuji joining us with us today. Kalixa, thank you very much for the 27 months. Subbed for PJ, stayed for Fuji. Hey, thank you very much. Same. Honestly, me too. Okay. Mr. Bright Slides, thank you for the 6 months. Hey, anniversary. Glad it's a Dice Quest stream today. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes. When has Dice Quest been anything less than total chaos? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so then to briefly explain. Welcome everybody to Dice Quest. This is a storytelling adventure game. I'm going to be telling you a story today. I'm going to tell you a little story. Completely improvised. I don't really know what's going to happen. You all in chat are collaboratively playing as a character called Chat. C-H-A-T-T, Chat. And you're going to be going on an adventure. You're going to be going on a little adventure. And hopefully you'll be surviving that adventure because death is a possibility. Death is always a possibility. We are one, yes. And we might do this a little, ever so slightly differently this time, where I will be giving you options of things to vote on at certain points of the story, and then we will leave it up to the roll of a dice to see how well you accomplish said feat. So what's that? That's a 10. Okay. All right. A 10. You can't wait to flirt? Yeah. Occasionally, I might ask the chat, what do you want to do? I might give you a situation, and I might say, what do you want to do? If I ask you, what do you want to do, and there's no box on screen to be voting, type some ideas of what you would like to do in chat, and I will try to incorporate some of those into the voting system. I won't choose every idea, but I'll choose a few of them, and then I'll give you guys a bit more of an opportunity to figure out what you'd like to do. Okay, and that's kind of it, really. That's kind of the lowdown. That's kind of how it works. It's very, very simple, and yeah. When you're ready to go, we can get going. We can get going. Thank you, City of the Searchers. Thank you for that one. Thank you. Chat is ready for flirt. Oh yes. Oh yes. Right, we need the right music to set the scene. I'm gonna pick a song here. Let's get some music going, and then we can begin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice Quest. The story begins in a coastal town called Doubloon. Doubloon is kind of a port, and it's very famous for pirates coming in and out. In fact, there's a lot of pirates here. What you're going to find is there's a lot of pirates here, and you are not a pirate. Chat is not a pirate. You do not look like a pirate. You do not smell like a pirate. You are not going to convince anyone that you are a pirate. There are big ships with pirate flags docking. There are pirates singing and dancing and drinking. You can see a little market where there are merchants slinging fish to their customers. Buy my fish! Buy my fish! They're screaming. And you, chat, I will tell you now, you are very hungry. You are a very hungry person. So your goal today, and this is the overall goal, okay? In order for you to successfully complete this episode of Dice Quest, you need to consume a meal. PJ, who's a meal? You need to eat a meal. Some food. You need to eat some food, okay? That's what you need to do today. That is as simple as that. And when you do that, the game is complete, okay? Seems simple, right? Yeah, we'll see. Not Remy's brother, PJ. My brother, a meal. Okay, so that's the game. That's what we're doing. That's where we are. So, chat, you find yourself in Doubloon. You've just got here. You're not entirely sure how you got here. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go first? There's obviously there's the docks. There's taverns. There's the market. There are shops. Where would you like to? Where would you like to go to? Please tell me. You know what? And I'll start writing some of these. Where do you want to go? Where would you like to go? So there's the market, shops, tavern, docks. All right, guys. It's up for you to vote. Where do you want to go? You got 4 options: the market, shops, tavern, or docks. Where would you like to go? Remember, your goal overall is to eat a meal to win the game. Okay? You need to eat a meal. I can't say that without it sounding like a person's name. You need to eat a meal. All right. And it looks like after 30 seconds, I'll stop the vote. And boom. Is that a tie? No way is that a tie. Market/tavern. Okay. We'll work that in. So chat decides, I'm a bit torn. I don't know what I want to do. I'm really hungry though. You can hear your stomach like gargling. You think, you know what? I'm gonna head to a tavern, but I'll get there via the markets. So you head through the markets, and there's a guy shouting at you saying, "Hey, you! Buy my fish! Please, please buy my fish!" What would you... What does chat do? Engage with Fishman? Ignore Fishman? Is there anything else you'd like to try and do with the Fishman? Anything else you'd like to try and do with the Fishman? You'd like to flirt with the Fishman, would you? Okay. All right, here we go. Would you like to engage, ignore, or flirt? I guess flirting is kind of engaging, but we'll make that a whole separate thing. If you just want to get straight to the point, straight in there, then yeah, go ahead and yeah. Okay, the votes are coming in. 20 seconds, 5 more seconds, and yeah, I almost cannot believe it, but chat has decided to flirt with the Fishman. Yep, okay. So, some of the fish juices spray you in the face, and you look over at this Fishman, and you lick some of the juices off, like that. And he's like, you like the fish? And you say, yeah, tastes pretty good. I'd actually love to buy an entire fish for an entire meal. Basically, I'm really hungry. I'd like to eat an entire meal, a whole meal. And he says to you, well, I'll trade you for it. And you say, oh, I don't really have anything right now. If we take a little look at your backpack, unfortunately, you have no money and nothing to trade. So, yeah, the fish man says, you get out of here, leave. I only sell my fish to paying customers. So he shoos you away and he goes back to slinging fish at other people. So you carry on through the market and you get to a tavern, which was the other place the chat wanted to go. It's this tavern called the Salty Bucket. And it's all like the sign is all eroded and the windows are broken. It's like not very well kept after. But you go in anyway. And there's basically a bunch of pirates in there. It's full of pirates. They're singing, they're dancing, they're laughing, they're spilling drinks all over the place. And you look around the tavern, and yeah, what would you like to do here? What does chat do next? What would you like to do in the tavern, guys? Join a pirate crew. Okay, that's an option. What else would you like to try and do? Go to the bar. Pickpocket a pirate. Okay. Leave. Well, maybe we won't leave just yet. Busk for money. Okay. Go to the bathroom. All right, here we go. 5 options. Here we go. 5 options here. Do you want to join a pirate? Wait, what did that mean? Join a pirate? Like join some pirate crew? I think I forgot to finish typing that. Do you want to go to the bar? Do you want to pickpocket a pirate? Do you want to busk for money? Or do you want to go to the bathroom? What would you like to do? So chat is like looking around the tavern. And yeah, lots of big burly pirates. Big beards. It doesn't smell very good either. It smells a lot of like ale and like salty sea. Salt and ale. So you think to yourself, well, I really want that fish from earlier. So I think I'm going to try pickpocketing a pirate. So you go over to a pirate who looks kind of like he's passed out a bit in a big leather armchair. And you reach over to him. And you put your hand inside his pocket. And you just managed to grab something. Like, it feels like maybe it's like a coin or something. But your hand gets stuck. And upon trying to take your hand out of his pocket, he wakes up a bit. What's going on? Who's stealing me booty? Take your hands off my booty, he shouts. And he slaps you away, like slaps you to the other side of the room. And all of the other pirates are like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? The one that you put your hand inside, he walks up to you and he says to you, oh, you don't know who I am, do you? I'm Captain Neckbeard. And you've just made a huge mistake. A huge mistake. The last person who put their hands in my pocket, well, let's just say they're not a person anymore. So you like trying to clamber to the doorway to get out of here, but another pirate blocks the door. He crosses his arms. He covers his belly. And they're blocking the door. Chat. What would you like to do? What does chat do next? What would you like to do? This is the situation you're in. What would you like to do? Crawl under his legs. Busk for money. I think the time for busking is over. Give a speech to persuade him. Okay. Give a Give a persuasive speech. Plead for life. Pretend to faint. Try to run, maybe back to the bathrooms. Run to bathrooms. Okay, here you go. 5 options. Let's see what you got. You can either crawl under his legs. This is Captain Neckbeard here. You can either, you can either crawl under his legs. You can give a persuasive speech. You can plead for your life. You can pretend to faint. Or you can run to the bathrooms. What will you do, chat? You've got yourself in a real tricky situation. And remember, your goal here... Also, very big idiot, thank you very much for the 14 months. Slay Queen, hey, thank you very much. Welcome back. Remember, your overall goal is to eat a meal. Okay, so do what you think will push you in the direction of eating a meal. Okay, that's the vote over, and you have decided to give a persuasive speech. You hop to your feet quickly, and you jump on a nearby stool, and you say, "Pirates, my pirate folk. I know I do not look like you. I know I do not smell like you. I know I am not a pirate. And I made a mistake. I'm so hungies, apparently. I'm so hungies, and I did what I thought I needed to do to get a meal. I put my hand in your pocket to get a couple coins to get a meal. And if you want to kill me for that, so be it. Kill me where I stand here and now. But ask yourself this. Is that really what a pirate would do? Does that make you a real pirate? I mean, only you can answer that question. And the pirates, they all start murmuring like, okay, compelling speech. Yeah. And then as Captain Neckbeard looks up at you, he says, "Well, you did try to pickpocket me, but I understand you're hungry. I've been in similar situations in the past, but you're not getting off that easy. You're not getting off that easy. So you're not dead. You're not dead. But one of the other pirates grabs you by the collar, and they pick you up, and you're like, hey, get off me. Hey, this is expensive clothes." And they pick you up. "We're not gonna kill you, but you're gonna do a little something for us. Go on down to the docks and go meet Balthazar. He's the docking the ship dock guy." And you say, "What? You don't know the name of the person who runs the ships?" "I'm not that smart, me. I'm not that smart." So, yes. The dockmaster, you say. Chat says, I think you mean the dockmaster. And Captain Neckbeard says, "You fucking watch it, you. I'm letting you off with a warning, but you've got to go right down there now." So they drop you, and chat, you run out of the tavern. Heavily panting, you're like, almost just got yourself killed there. But you run on down to the docks because you've got this feeling that they're still watching you. You've got a feeling that the pirates are watching you. So you get down to the docks and you look around and you say, "Excuse me." You sort of like tap on someone's shoulder. You see the first pirate you come to, you tap on his shoulder and you say, "Excuse me, I'm looking for Balthazar. I believe he's the dockmaster." And this large, burly pirate. They're all large and all burly, but this guy is probably the biggest pirate you've seen today. And he turns around and says, "Yep, I'm Balthazar. Who's asking? And you say, it is I, chat. I was sent by Captain Neckbeard. Captain Neckbeard, eh? Interesting. He doesn't just send anyone to me. He sends people who he thinks has potential. And you say, potential? What kind of potential do you think I have in me? Well, I don't know what you've got, but the fact that he sent you to me, he's seen something in you. You're coming with us. And so Balthazar explains to you that him and his crewmates are going out to this island just off of Doubloon. There's an island with some treasure that is being guarded by a giant crab. And they've been trying to get this treasure for what feels like hundreds of years. Hundreds of pirates have tried and hundreds of pirates have failed. And you think if you can get this treasure, you can get on these pirates' good side. Maybe there'll even be a meal in there for you. Who knows? So you say, well, what do you say? Chat. What does chat say to Balthazar's request? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna make? I mean, you might not have a choice. You might be able to get yourself out of this. Let's go. Oops. Let's type that correctly. Let's go. Oh, what's in it for us? Interesting. Captain. All right. What does chat say? What does chat say? Do you say, let's go? Hell yeah. What's in it for us? Or I suppose me. Aye, Captain. What's in it for us? Us? What do you mean us? What are you talking about? What would you like to say, chat? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you listen out to Balthazar's his offer, or his mission, as it were, and you say, what's in it for me? What do I get out of this? And Balthazar says, well, for a start, we'll let you keep your life. We won't kill you. And chat says, well, what do you mean you won't kill me? Captain Neckbeard doesn't just send anyone to me. He sent you here as mercy. It's mercy. And you say, I see. So I don't really have a choice in the matter. No, you do not. You do not have a choice in the matter. And you say, well, I think I should still get something out of this. And he says, okay. If we get the treasure, you can keep one piece of it. You can keep one piece of that treasure. And you say, ooh, okay. Okay. That seems pretty good. I'll take it. Okay. So you've been promised a piece of the treasure. So if you can get to this island, just off of Doubloon, and you can sneak past, who knows, this giant crab, and get the treasure, then you'll get a piece of it. Or maybe the whole thing. We'll see. So Balthazar says, well, look, ship's leaving in 5 minutes. Do whatever you gotta do around the town, because we're getting out of here. And if you're not with us, then we'll send someone to kill you. Yes. Okay. Very well. Okay. Yes, sir. Balthazar, sir. So, chat, what would you like to do in the meantime? You can either head back to the markets. You can go check out some of the shops. Maybe try to. You don't have any money. Is the bottom line. But maybe there are other ways to acquire some stuff. maybe there's a way to acquire some stuff. So I'm going to say, what does chat do? Do you just board the ship right away? Do you go to the shops? Scout floor for treasure. Scout floor for treasure. Oh, search. Okay, search bins. That's an interesting one. Search bins. Anything else you want to do? We need a sword. You might need a sword, yeah. A street performance. Street performance, okay. Hello, Beckness. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. You've joined us at an amazing time. We're just about to vote on something. We're just about to vote on something, and if you would like to get involved, type one of the following numbers in the chat. We're playing an improvised storytelling game right now called Dice Quest, which is where I'm giving you guys, chat, who are working together, the chance to go on a little mission, a little story. Currently, we're voting on what your character you would like to do. Would you like to? So we're on this docks right now. We're on this coastal port called Doubloon, and you've been sent on a mission to go to this island to go try and get some treasure, if you're lucky. And the overall goal of the mission is to eat a meal. You need to eat a meal to win. And chat has voted to search for bins. Okay, very well. So you say to Balthazar, I'll be on the ship in 5 minutes. I want to go quickly search the bins. And you scurry away, and Balthazar's looking down at you like, weird little fella. I'm surprised that Captain Neckbeard sent them my way. Oh well. And then he goes back to like ordering his crewmates to, oi, don't drop that crate. If you drop that crate, I'll drop you in the ocean. And then you scurry away. So you're running through the town, and you're looking for bins. You're looking for some bins to raid, and you find there's one near the market. So you take a little look. You open up the lid, and unfortunately inside is just trash. Just trash inside that one. So you run back to the tavern where you were earlier. And you see that there's some dumpsters sort of behind the tavern where they throw out, like, basically garbage. And you dive inside head first. And inside you find nothing. And in fact, there is a giant rat. There's a giant rat in this dumpster. And sadly, that rat bites you, and you lose a heart, unfortunately. So you get out, you clamber out of the bin, you stink, you're covered in trash, and you're looking around to see if you can find anything else at all. Cook it. You want to cook the rat? No, the rat bit you, and then it scurried through a hole in the can, and like you couldn't get to it. It's gone. The rat is gone. And so yeah, you see that there's one more bin on your way back to the dockyards. There's one more bin, and there's something about this one that feels like almost like it's kind of special. Like you don't know why it's there. Because it's not near any shops, it's not near any merchants, you don't know why there's a bin. And it's also like kind of shimmering a little bit. It's like a little bit, I don't know, it's kind of got like a glisten to it, like in the sun. And so you take the lid off the bin. And inside the bin is a small creature. And his name is Jono. He says, hello, I'm Jono. Welcome to my shop. And you're like, chat says, hi, Jono. Your shop is in a bin? Yeah. This way, I get all of the treasures that other people don't want, and I sell them on. And you say, actually, you know what? That's actually a genius idea. So, Jono says to you, Jono is pro recycling, yes. Jono says, would you like to try your hand at a little game. Well, first of all, actually, Jono says, would you like to buy anything? And you say, I wish I could, but I don't have any money. And Jono says, money? Oh, you poor soul. Has nobody told you? And you say, told me what? And Jono explains to you that here on Doubloon, people, you don't buy things with money. You don't buy things with money. These are pirates, and they have no use for money. But they barter and they trade here. So if you did have money, it would be no good here. It would be no good here. So, but they do trade. They do trade. But obviously you have nothing to trade either. But Jono says, why don't you play a little game? Why don't we play a little game? We'll play a little game of Dicey Dice. The way that Dicey Dice works is very simple. We'll roll a dice. If you roll evens, I'll give you something. If you roll odds, you're going to have to give me something. And you say, well, what does chat say? Yes. Play Dicey Dice or no? Leave. Zesty Toad, thank you for the bits. Bits for Fuji, thank you very much. Hey, Fuji, did you hear that? Those bits are for you, baby. What would you like to do? Would you like to play Dicey Dice? Or would you like to leave? Remember, what did he say? Oh, he's a little forgetful as well. He's kind of like this little, like, he is a pirate, but he's much smaller than every other pirate you've seen. You almost kind of think that he looks like a child. He's wearing like a hat that's like way too big for him, and he's wearing like this big baggy stripy shirt. And it looks like he's like stuck on a beard. He's got like a little beard kind of stuck on. You don't believe for a second that it's a real beard. And Jono, and you say to Jono, yeah, go on then. Let's play Dicey Dice. We'll play it. I'll play your game. Brilliant. Oh, amazing. Well, you know the rules. We'll roll the dice, and if it's even, I give you something. And if it's odd, well, you have to give me something. And chat, you're kind of like, yeah, okay. You're agreeing to do this knowing that you have nothing to give. Just to confirm, you have nothing to give. You have nothing at this point. Nothing. So yeah. Let's see what happens. So Jono takes this old D20 out of his pocket, and he gets ready to roll it. He shakes it in his hand, and he even blows on it. But he goes, oh, I do that for luck. And he throws it, cling, 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 and it clangs off of the bin. And thankfully, you roll a 4, which means that's even. That's, what do you mean rigged? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh, amazing. Oh, that's amazing, chat. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, we're going to have a little look and see what to give you. And he starts looking around in his satchel. He says, you know, the last person I played Dicey Dice with, yeah, the last person I played Dicey Dice with who rolled odds, well, I took their hand because they didn't have anything to give me. And you're like, you just kind of like feel your hand for a second. You know that kind of feeling of like relief. You're like, good one. You're almost not sure if Jono is like lying or not, but you have this feeling that you just dodged a massive, massive bullet. So Jono is looking around in his pouch, and you know what? This is going to be your first opportunity to get an item. And we're going to leave the item up to the roll of a dice. I have got 20 items here ready to go. And we are going to see what you get based on the roll of a dice. Are you ready to see what you get? Let's take a little look. All right, here we go. You get 16. Okay, 16 is... Oh, okay. This is very appropriate. You get a... You get an inflatable barrel. PJ, what the fuck is an inflatable barrel? Well, let me tell you. An inflatable barrel, it takes 1 minute to inflate by... You blow into it. It takes a minute to inflate. And then it can be used like any old barrel. So you basically have a barrel. You have a barrel. But hey, that's better than nothing. That is better than nothing. Better than nothing. Could be used as a flotation device? Hey, absolutely. This could be used for so many things. Is it watertight? We'll have to wait to find out, won't we? So you say, hey, thanks, Jono. And then you make your way back to the dockyards. And Jono, he's waving you off as you're leaving. Did I miss Dice Quest? No, not really. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. So you head on down to the dockyards, and you don't see Balthazar. But by this point, a lot of the crates and the barrels that were around the dockyards are they're on the ships. They were like supply crates. They're full of like sort of things they might need for their mission. And you see one little pirate carrying on. They're carrying on a barrel that's clearly too big for them. And you say, "Hey there, hey you," and the pirate turns to look at you. You know what? Let's get this up. Pirate name generator. Pirate name generator. Okay, so this little guy is called Dempster. Dempster. You say, "Hey, you!" And the little pirate carrying the barrel kind of like points at himself. "What, me? Are you talking to me?" And you say, "Yeah, you. Is this Balthazar's ship? Is this the one that is going to the island?" "Yeah, that's the one. What? Are you coming too? Because you don't look like a pirate." And from on top of the ship, you see Balthazar at the helm, and he shouts down, "Oi, Dempster! Hurry up and get on the ship!" And then he's like, and he kind of like scoffs at you a little bit, and he runs on the ship. "You just got me in trouble." And he runs onto the ship, like across the boardwalk, onto the ship with the barrel, and he places it down. And Balthazar shouts down at you, "Oi, are you coming or not? Are you getting on this ship or not?" And Chat says, yes, of course, sorry, yes, sorry. And then you run across the boardwalk as well onto the ship, and just as you make it onto the ship, the bridge kind of like whoosh, swings up, and yeah, you just made it on in time. And the ship sets sail. The ship starts heading out. I feel like we need like the appropriate music for this. This one. Yes, the ship sets sail, finally. The open waters, here we go, chat. So the ship starts, it sets off from the dock, and it's a bright blue skies, some clouds in the sky, but it's nice and warm, and yeah, you can feel the breeze and the sea breeze in your hair, and it smells a lot fresher out here than it did on Doubloon. And Balthazar says, "Oi, get up here." So you run up to Balthazar. He says, "You ever been at sea before, lad?" And you say, "Yeah, I've sailed from time to time. I have sailed." "Oh, really? Then, so you know what your job is then?" And you say, "Yes, I know what my job is." Of course, I know what my job is. "Great. Then down you go." Down I go. And Balthazar pulls a lever, and you fall through this sort of trap door that opens up beneath your feet, and you fall down below into the below deck, and you land in a barrel. You land in a barrel. And you're kind of a little stuck. And you're like, ugh. A little help? Anyone? Just please? And you see down here, there are no other pirates except one. Dempster's here. Oh, you need my help, do you? Well, you got me in trouble earlier, and I'm not happy about it. You say, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to check if this was the correct ship. Oh, we are Rat Chaser. Well, funnily enough, Dempster says to you, oh, you're the newbie. Okay. So you're taking my position. Thank God. I was so sick of being the newbie around here. And yeah, Dempster explains to you that whilst you're on your voyage to the island, which is, by the way, it's just called the island. There is like no, like they just keep referring to it as the island, which is you find a little creepy. Dempster explains to you that you are in charge of catching rats. They've got a bit of a rat problem on this ship. So yeah, you're tasked with going out and slaying 3 giant rats. So that is what you need to do. You need to slay 3 giant rats. So chat, what would you like to do? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Would you like to look for rats? What else? What would you like to do? Slaying with our hands? Well, it looks like you probably don't have much else of a choice. Very Charlie Day. Charm the rats. Okay, interesting. Charm the rats. Start digging the sand. We are on a ship. There is no sand. Find a weapon. Interesting. Find a weapon. Look for stick. Make a toot flute. Make a toot flute. All right. Well, there's some options for you, chat. What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Would you like to look for rats? Would you like to find rats and try and charm them? Find a weapon? Or make a toot flute? All right. So you're thinking to yourself, I'm not going to be able to slay rats with my bare hands. I'm just not going to be able to do that. So you decide to take it upon yourself to go and try and find a weapon. You say, yeah, all right, Dempster, fine. I'll go kill the rats or whatever. And then you head off. Down below on this ship is is a bit of a labyrinth. There's like a lot of doors and tight corridors, and you're sort of squeezing past all the barrels and the crates, and there's nothing obvious to you. There's no obvious weapons to you. It's all just kind of like crates that say stuff like frozen potatoes, which, by the way, you're not going to be able to eat, and the crates are nailed shut. So you're like just before you get any ideas. So you're like sliding past and you're looking around, and you do see a pirate sitting on a bed polishing a dagger. This must be his quarters. On the door it says Salvador. And so you knock on the door. He says, "Who is it? What do you want?" And you say to him, "Hey, you must be Salvador, right? I hope that's not a euphemism." He is polishing a physical dagger. How are they frozen in the ship? In ice. They're frozen in ice. This game requires a bit of imagination. Yeah, so Salvador's polishing a dagger. You knock on the door, you say, "Hi, are you Salvador?" He says, "Yes, what do you want?" And, well, chat, what do you want to do? What would you like to do? You found a man. He's quite tall and quite slender. He's got a little bit of a dark, well-groomed beard, and he's wearing kind of like a something tied around his head. Ask nicely for dagger. Okay. Trick him. You're going to try and trick him. Okay. Flirt, apparently. Okay, we'll throw that one in there. Charm him into lending dagger. Charm him into lending dagger. I suppose that is kind of like ask nicely for dagger, isn't it? Trick. Bet it on a game of cards. Bet dagger on game of cards. Okay. Well, chat, what would you like to do? Would you like to ask nicely for the dagger? Would you like to trick Salvador for the dagger, sorry. Would you like to flirt for the dagger, or just flirt in general? Bet dagger on game of cards. What would you like to do? So he's looking down at you, says, how did you get on this ship anyway? Who are you? And you say, my name is Chat, and I was sent by Captain Neckbeard. Oh, you know Neckbeard, huh? Yes, that man, I played that man in a game of cards many times. That man is an idiot. I have beat him at cards many times. He does not know the rules. And you kind of walk up to Salvador, and you get quite close to him. And Salvador says, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you lean in close, and you say, how about I polish your dagger sometime? How about that? And Salvador, he blushes. He goes beet red. And he's like,
Oh my god!
yeah. Also, hello, Warrior. Warrior, where are you?
Oh my
There we go.
god!
He goes beet red. And he drops the dagger on the floor. And he faints. Oh. And yeah, congratulations, chat. You're gonna pick up the dagger. Let's very quickly see what. There you go. Congratulations, you successfully flirted. You should be very proud of yourself. Let's take a little look at this dagger. Let's see what you get. Yeah, there's a couple of daggers here. There's a couple of different daggers here that it could be. You're trying to like work out what kind of, you pick it up and you're trying to inspect it. You're trying to figure out what it is. Okay. Evens, it's the first one. Odds, it's the second one. Okay, whoops. All right, here we go. Ready? Evens, it's the first one. Odds, okay. Oh, okay, wow. All right, so you pick up the dagger, and to you it looks like, oops. Let's try that one again. Hold on a minute. Bear with me, folks. You pick up the dagger, and it looks like to you that it is a... Look at that! You got yourself a little cheeky dagger. How fancy is that? This is the Phoenix Barbed Breath. You see it engraved on the side. It says Phoenix Barbed Breath. And when you use it, well, I suppose you don't know what it does yet when you use it. Maybe you'll find out later. Maybe you'll find out later what it does. For now, all you know is it's a dagger. And it is very well polished. Very well polished. Also, Tilda Cat, thank you for the 7 months. Glad to be back after a while. Hey, thank you and welcome back. All right, so we have a dagger. You exit Salvador's room, who is, by the way, still passed out. And you start looking around the ship, and you do hear the sounds of squeaking, like a kind of sounds coming from like behind the walls, and you're like following that sound, like you're like kind of knocking on the walls, and it's all like a very like low sound, all of those. And then eventually you get to a plank that feels like a little hollower, a little bit more hollow. So you sort of like, you try and push the bottom of it, and it swings. And you're like, huh, that's strange. And it does look like you could probably just squeeze through if you wanted. So what does chat do? Do you want to squeeze through? Attempt to break wall. What else would you like? What else would you like? I suppose those are your only two options. Do you want to try and squeeze through, or do you want to attempt to break the wall? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Break the fourth wall? Oh, we've broken the fourth wall many a time today. Okay, so you're kind of looking at this this gap, and you're like, I reckon I can squeeze through there. I reckon I can squeeze through. So you push one arm through, you push the second arm through, and you push your head through. And so far, so good. You're about halfway through. And then you try and push. You try and push. And you're a little stuck. You managed to shimmy a little bit, but you're a little bit stuck.
No! God, please, no! No!
Yeah. You're a little bit stuck. Let's have a look. Is there anything in your inventory? Is there anything you can do to help here? You got an inflatable barrel and a dagger. Yeah, so not very helpful. Nothing to, like, smooth yourself up. All right, chat. Inflatable barrel to break the wall. So you want to inflate the barrel to try and... what would you like to do, I suppose? What does chat do? What would you like to do to try and get out of this situation? Because you are stuck currently. So you can either try inflate barrel. What else? What else could you do? Yell for help. Yell for help. That's an interesting one, yeah. Wait to get skinnier. That might take a little while. Plead with the rats. Plead with the rats. Okay, there you go. There's 3 options. What would you like to do? Would you like to inflate the barrel that you have? Would you like to yell for help? Or would you like to try and plead with the rats that you don't see them yet, but you can hear them? Which is kind of creepy that you can hear the rats, but you don't see them. So you will just be like pleading into the darkness. What would you like to try and do? So you think to yourself, I mean, okay, I guess I'll try and plead with the rats. Maybe they can help. So you say, "Dear rats, I've been sent to kill you, but I do not wish to kill you. Please help me. I am stuck. I am stuck." And out of the darkness, you start hearing like this, like, you start hearing these like footsteps getting louder and louder and louder, and out of the darkness steps this rat. Now, this isn't a rat that looks quite like what you might expect, as it is like standing tall on its hind legs, and it's quite, and when I say tall, it's quite a tall rat. And he says, "You say you have come to slay us, and you wish for our help?" And you say, "Please, please, I won't kill you. I'll tell the pirates I killed you, but I will not kill you." And the rats, and behind him, another couple of rats step out of the darkness, and they say, "You are in no position to be making deals, young one." Chat, what would you like to do? These rats mean business. They do not look impressed. What would you like to do? What do you want to do, chat? Promise him 1 piece of treasure. Interesting. Throw knife. Oh, okay. Suggest an alliance. Suggest alliance. Okay. Offer a trade. Okay, interesting. Okay. What would you like to do? Would you like to promise 1 piece of treasure? Throw your knife? Suggest an alliance? Or offer a trade? Interesting. What will it be? What would you like to do? Okay, well, clearly, chat wants one thing in particular. You say to the rat, "I swear, I mean you no harm. I'm not even a pirate. Look at me. I'm not a pirate. I couldn't kill you even if I wanted to. And you say to the rat, what if we make an alliance? What if we work together and we overthrow all of these pirates together? And the rat looks at you and he thinks about it. And he says, my people have suffered at the hands of pirates for years. No deal. We have been slayed for years. No deal. So the alliance is off the table, but you still have 3 other options. What would you like to do? Would you like to promise a piece of treasure? Would you like to throw the knife? Or would you like to offer a trade? What's it going to be? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? Okay. So you say to chat, you're right. You have no business in forming an alliance with me. You don't even know who I am. But what if we made a trade? You push me out of here and set me free, and I'll give you something. And the rat says, what do you possibly have to give? So let's take a little look. What do you possibly have to give? You have a barrel and a dagger. One of these definitely looks a lot better than the other. And you say, well, I've got a couple things in my pocket. I have an inflatable barrel and I have a dagger. And they say, yes, very interesting. They both seem very useful. The dagger could help us overthrow the pirates, whereas the barrel could help us escape. So I think it's going to be a roll of a dice. I think evens, you give the barrel. And odds, you will give the dagger. So, let's take a look. Evens or odds? What's it going to be? Evens or odds? It's evens. So that means that you say to the rat, okay, I'll trade you. I'll give you my inflatable barrel. And he says, inflatable barrel, eh? Sounds good, yes. Very well, I'll take it. And so he takes the inflatable barrel. He takes your inflatable barrel and he says, okay, lads. And out of the darkness steps more rats, like about 30 to 40 rats. And they all stand behind each other and they say, now, lads, heave! And they push. Heave! And they push. And one last one, heave! And they all ram at you and you pop out of the crack and you go flying back and you knock your head against the wall, but you're okay. You shake it off, you walk it off. And yeah, unfortunately you're down a barrel, but you do see Dempster down the corridor. He's kind of he's putting away some more crates and barrels, and he says, "Did you kill those rats already?" And Dempster, you say to Dempster, well, I suppose, what does chat say? What would you like to do? Would you want to lie? Tell the truth? What would you like to do? Would you like to lie and say that you killed the rats? Or would you like to tell the truth and tell Dempster what really happened? What would you like to do here? All right. Got a lot of liars in chat. A lot of liars in chat. Well, are you going to answer me or what? Did you get rid of the rats? And you say, "Oh, sorry, Dempster. Yes, I did. I got rid of the rats." And he says, "Really? What? You just beat them up with your bare hands?" And you say, "No, I killed them with this." And you bring out Salvador's dagger, and you say, "I killed them with this." And Dempster, he kind of gulps. He's like, "Oh, very good, very good. Not bad for a newbie." And he says, "You know what? Come with me." And so you follow Dempster to what looks to be his quarters. He lives sort of under the stairs, like in this kind of like it's a really sketchy little nook of the ship under the creaking staircase. And it's he's got like a little bedroll. He's got like some bowls where he would have eaten some soup. This is his room. He's got some books and stuff like that. And he says, "You did me a big favor. I have not been able to. I was tasked with killing these rats 4 months ago. 4 months, and I have not been able to kill them, find them. I have not been able to kill them. So thank you." And Dempster thanks you. And he says, "Look, it's not much, but I got a little something. I think you should have it." And so he pulls out this cloth from under his bedroll, and inside the cloth is an item. Let's have a look. He pulls out a little something. He pulls out... Oh, sorry a minute. Sorry, you didn't see that. And he pulls out... He pulls out a little crystal dragon plushie. He says to you, This is my crystal dragon plushie." And you say, "Okay." And you say, "No, really. It will bring you immense luck." And you say, "I suppose I could definitely use a little bit of luck." "No, seriously, I'm not kidding. It's been my lucky talisman all my life, and it's got me to where I am today." And you can see that Dempster is actually, you can actually see that he means this. So you say, "Okay, well, thank you. It's a nice gift. It's a meaningful gift." So you take the talisman, you put it in your satchel, and you don't exactly know what it does right now, but you feel a little luckier. You already feel a little bit luckier. So maybe it'll come in useful later, perhaps. We'll see. We will see. For now, though, you hear a bell ringing. Da-ding, 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 da-ding. And Balthazar is shouting from above. You can hear him above deck, and he's shouting, "We're here! Everybody! We're here!" Basically, you have made it to the island. You've made it to the island. We need a more appropriate "you've made it to the island" music. Let's do this one. No, this one. So, you and Dempster, you go above deck, and all of the Balthazar and all of the other pirates, Salvador, they're all gathered at the edge of the ship. And you can see just in the distance, not far at all, is the island. This is the island you've been sent to get some treasure. If you get this treasure, you're gonna be wink. Yeah, you wink at Salvador. You give him a little wink. Also, CatJS, thank you very much for the 4 months, by the way. Welcome back. You see the island. This is what it's all been building up to. This is what you've been coming for, to get some treasure from the island. Yes, Salvador, he faints again. And Balthazar says, "That's it, right there. That's the island. Yes. That's the island with old Crabbo. Old Gigantus Crabbus. And Dempster says to you, Gigantus Crabbus has killed hundreds of our brothers, hundreds of pirates over hundreds of years who have tried to get its treasure. We might all die here today, but we're gonna try and get that treasure. And you say, well, I don't want to die, but I mean, I'll do what I can to help the team. And Dempster says, oh, you don't, oh no, you don't know, do you? And Balthazar puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, today, lad, you're gonna make history. Today, you are gonna slay Gigantus Crabbus. And you say, excuse me? Well, that's why you came, didn't you? Old Captain Neckbeard said he saw something in you. And you say, I don't know if he said that. And you say, of course he did. He saw something in you that would help us acquire this treasure once and for all. So good luck, lad. And don't come back until you get the treasure. And Balthazar, he picks you up. And he sort of rolls you into a bit of a ball. And he brings you back like a shot put. And he says, by the way, watch out for his extra claws. And he throws you into the distance. And you go spinning in the air, hurtling towards the island, until eventually, slam. You slam into the sand. There's just this giant crater where you've landed. Okay, but what about food? What about food? So you think, just before he threw you, you think he said, watch out for his extra claws? So you can only imagine this crab is not like any crab you've seen before. They called it Gigantus Crabbus. So, yeah, it's you don't exactly know what to expect here. The island is, it doesn't seem that big. You're on the coast right now, on the sand. In front of you, there's kind of like a bit of a thicket. There's some woods that kind of go inwards, like trees and stuff like that. Quite exotic looking trees. There's some coconuts, but they do look sort of like a little too high for you to get. And yeah, but no sign of the crab right now. You don't see any crab. So, chat, what would you like to do? What does chat do? What do you want to do? You've just landed on this island. What do you want to do? Can we hug our plushie for comfort? Yeah. Yeah, you give the plushie a little... You rub it on your face because it's nice and soft. Look for food. Okay. Eat sand. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find start digging. Dig. Trying to find some suggestions that seem appropriate for the situation. Look for shelter. Interesting. Look for shelter. All right. Well, here are some options. What would you like to do? Would you like to look around for some food? Would you like to eat sand? Would you like to dig? Or would you like to look for shelter? What would you like to do? The options are entirely yours. All right. So, you think, well, there must be some food on this island somewhere. Surely. So, you set off into the jungle thinking, this is probably the most likely place I'm going to find food. So you start looking around and You're like looking up in the trees and see if there's like any fruit. You're like you're looking at the plants, looking at the bushes, seeing if you can find any berries or anything like that. And yeah, you do find something. In fact, when you're pushing the leaves of the trees apart, because it's getting quite thick within this jungle. And as you push them apart, you see behind a bush, there is literally a burger. There is a burger. And you grab it, you pick it up, and you inspect it, and it looks like a burger. So you think, okay, this is too good to be true, surely. But either way, you put it in your satchel here. You put it in the satchel. Bop, 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 bop. And you're like, okay, right. You're not sure what to make of it. You're like, well, why is there a burger in the jungle? So what will chat do? What would you like to do?
Oh.
You smell it and you go, oh. All right, what would you like? Inspect, eat, eat now, question later. Lick. Okay. All right. Well, here you go. You can either inspect it, you can eat it, or you can lick it. What do you want to do? Snail Tay, thank you for the 17 months. When do we get to kiss Salvador? Maybe later. Maybe later. God, there's very chaotic people in the chat who are just like, eat it. Just fucking eat it. Just eat it. Okay, so you take the burger and you're looking at it and you're like, I mean, it's too fishy that this was just here, you know, that it was just on this island. And you're looking at it, you're like, I don't know if I trust it. And as you look a little closer to it, you can kind of see that it's kind of got like, I don't know, it looks like it's been painted almost. It's like, it looks convincing enough like real food, but when you look really close to it, it looks like it's been painted, if that makes any sense. Is it glossy? Yeah, it's got a bit of a shine to it, but a shine where like bread would not normally shine. So you're kind of a bit suspicious. You're like, okay. So I guess now that you've done that, what would you like to do? Would you like to eat it, lick it, or put it away? What would you like to do? I'll give you the option again to decide what to do. What would you like to do with this strange painted burger? Is it a cool like rock burger? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, so you give it a little sniff and you're like, well, I'm not gonna eat it, but surely a little lick can't hurt, right? So you take the burger, you go, give it a little lick, and you don't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. You're like, and you start, your head starts shaking a little bit, and you can't, your vision goes a little blurry, and you can't see too well, and you're like, oh no, I should not have licked that. You try to just instantly know you shouldn't have licked it. But you don't exactly know what it's done yet. You just don't feel right. So, what will chat do? What would you like to do next? What would you like to do? Would you like to continue into jungle? What would you like to do? Yeah, what would you like to do? You can you can continue into jungle. Look for crab. Force vomit. I'm not sure I'm going to include that one as an option. Water. I don't know where you'll find any water. Go back to swim in water. Go back to coast. All right. So what would you like to do, chap? You're not feeling too well. You're kind of a little bit woozy, but you're not entirely sure what... You're not entirely sure what... you know. You're not entirely sure what it is about you that's not feeling too good. But you're not feeling hot right now. Would you like to continue into the jungle? Would you like to go look for the crab specifically? Or would you like to go back to the coast? All right. So you think, I don't feel great, but I'm going to continue into the jungle. So you kind of like, you trip a little bit and you carry on into the jungle. And you happen upon like a bit of a cave. It looks like a cave, but it's a cave that not a traditional sort of like the entrance is just like this and you can walk in. It's like a cave that kind of goes like underground. Like it's like a hole that kind of goes like down, but it looks like you could probably like slide down it, and like it's definitely big enough for a person to go in there. Probably big enough for a crab to go in there. A giant crab. So what would you like to do? What will chat do? What do you want to do? Like a rabbit hole, almost. Yodel into cave. Okay. Throw something down. Okay. Slide down. How big is a giant crab? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Okay. There you go. There's some options for you. Do you want to yodel into the cave? Do you want to throw something down into the cave? Or do you want to slide down? What would you like to do, chat? The option is yours. How's Fuji doing? Fuji! She is passed out, man. She is like fully passed out there. Sorry, the camera's not the best angle to demonstrate the Fuge. There you go. You got a little bit better Fuge action going on there. All right, so chat, you want to throw something down. All right, very well. Well, let's take a look and see what you got. You have got the potentially cursed burger. You have got your plushie and you've got your dagger. So 3 things to choose from. What will you throw? Burger, plushie, dagger. What do you want to throw? What do you want to throw down there? Do you want to throw the burger? Do you want to throw the plushie, or do you want to throw the dagger? Okay, a lot of people want to get rid of this burger. So, 93% want to get rid of the burger, huh? Okay, so you take the burger out of your satchel and you heave it into the cave, and it like rolls down, and it makes like a thud as it hits the floor, and it doesn't come apart like you would expect a burger to. It all stays together and like and it starts rolling down. Okay, so you've thrown a burger down there. What now? What will chat do? You've thrown a burger into a cave. Do you want to yell into cave? Do you want to throw something else in cave? Do you want to go into cave? What's it going to be, chat? What would you like to do? Oh, hey, Fuge. I think she just heard my arm click. Okay. So chat has decided you want to yell into the cave. Okay. So you yell out. You say, if there's a crab in there, delivery, I brought you a burger. That's it. Come and get it. And there's nothing. It's quiet. You don't see anything. You don't hear anything. No crab. No crab yet. So you think, okay. What do you want to do next? Yelling into the cave has done nothing. Do you want to throw something else into the cave, or do you want to go into the cave? What would you like to do? It's not time for crab yet? Not yet. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of choices left. But we just need to get into it. It seems that way. All right. So chat unanimously decides, down I go. And you kind of do a cool slide as you say, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. And you do a bit of a slide like a cool slide as you go down. You go, whoosh, and you get to the sort of like where it starts to curve down. And you reach the bottom, and you can see where the burger has landed. You want to pick the burger up? Okay, we can probably just do that very simply. All right. You pick the burger back up and you put it in your pouch. Jobs are good and simple. So this is quite a dark cave, but there's like these growing mushrooms, like on the walls and on the ceiling, it helps light the way a bit. You can at least see through the cave. After it fell apart, it didn't fall apart. That's the weird thing about this burger. You threw it and it didn't come apart like you might expect it to. So you're following these mushrooms down this cave, and you're just like looking to see if you can find anything. And then round the corner, you reach a bit where there's like, it's a sharp turn around the corner. And you can hear something. You can hear snoring. This is what it sounds like. It's not you. It's like this. It sounds like this. And so you turn around the corner and you see a giant shell of what looks like a crab. You think this could be Gigantus crabus sleeping. And you don't see any treasure at this moment in time. And when you turn around the corner, the cave has gotten quite a lot larger. It's very tall. And it's confused. You don't know how this can possibly be because you've gone underground, not that far underground. And yet the cave is really tall. So you don't quite understand the structure of this island. Something doesn't seem right about it. But it's a very large cave. And the crab is huge. So if chat is about 5 foot, the crab is about 20 foot tall and 30 foot wide. It's a big crab. Hey, Fuge. It's a real big crab. We are 5 foot? Yeah, roughly 5 foot. Chat is small. Chat is tiny. What would you like to do here? Do you want to... What does chat do? Do you want to wake crab? Wake the crab? Attack the crab? Sneak around the back of crab? Sneak under crab. All right, there you go. There's a few things that you can do. What would you like to do? There's a few things you can do. Whilst the crab is slumbering, you can either wake it up, you can either attack it, you can sneak around the back of it, or you can sneak under it. And like I said, so this part of the cave here, although it's quite tall, and like there are glowing mushrooms all the way up the walls, it is like a circular kind of room. This cave here is very round, and you can't seem to find any other passages. But you decide not to just wake the crab up. You feel like that would be suicide. So you try sneaking around the back of it. So you're kind of like hugging the wall, like you're keeping your hand against the wall, and like as you pass, like your hand accidentally like squelches on on one of these glowing mushrooms, and like you've got this kind of like glowing green goop on your hand, and you're like, ugh. Kind of try to get it off your get it off your hand, but it's very sticky. It's like very, very sticky on your hand. In fact, it will not come off. So yeah, you're a little bit worried about that you now have this weird sticky mushroom goop on your hand. You try not to touch your face, which I just did there. You try not to touch your face as you're worried what it might do. But yeah, you carry on going around the back of the crab, and it doesn't really seem like there's anything back here. You thought maybe it would be in front of the treasure, but there is no treasure back here, it seems. Have you been lied to? Did those pirates send you to your death? Is this just one big joke? Or what would you like to do? Would you like to wake the crab, attack the crab, or try to like sneak under it? Like there's like some openings, like the way that the shell is like not quite on the floor. Like it, maybe you could like sneak under it, maybe. But yeah, there's a few options for you. See what you want to do. See what you fancy. What do you think? What does chat want to do here? Handoopy, thank you very much for the 15 months, by the way. A bit late today, but can I get a toot for the 15 months? You certainly can. There you go. A soft little toot as to not wake Fuji. Okay, so chat, you do see a bit of an opening, because as the crab is snoring, it's going... Every time it breathes in, the shell kind of like lifts up, and then every time it breathes back out, the shell goes back down, like... So, you try to time it just right. You try to time it just right to get under the shell.
You ready yourself.
Oh, sorry. You ready yourself.
You ready yourself.
You get in a dashing position. You get ready. You set. And you run. And you dash. And you throw yourself. And just as you get under there, the shell, it hits the ground. And it lands on your foot. and you cover your hand, you cover your mouth with your hand as to not scream. But your hand is now stuck on your face because of the goop. You can't remove your hand. Hey, Fuji. Hello. Sorry, let's just quick Fuji break. Hello, Fuji. Hello. Hello. We'll take a quick Fuji break. She's all good. Just a brief intermission. All right. Where were we? Oh, yes. So, your foot has been crushed, and sorry, wrong music. Your foot has been crushed, and your hand is stuck to your mouth. And you can see just ahead of you is a treasure chest. There's a treasure chest just ahead of you. Like, you're now like under the crab. So like there's like a big shell and like a big sort of like, there's like the body of the crab. You can't quite make out what's what and where is where. But you do see that there's like a treasure chest nestled in the middle, kind of stuck in the floor. So what would you like to do? Do you want to wake the crab? Do you want to attack the crab? Do you want to try to get treasure? What would you like to do? What would you like to do? This is the treasure. It turns out that the pirates, they weren't lying after all, and there really is treasure. So yeah, you could make an attempt for it. Try not to wake the crab. Remember, one of your feet has been crushed, and yeah, your hand is currently also stuck on your face. We need to use that dragon to gain some luck. Yes. If only you knew how it worked. Maybe it will passively do something. Okay, so you think to yourself, I need to get out of here with that treasure. So you drag yourself along the floor. You drag yourself along the floor over to the treasure. And you inspect it. And it's not locked or anything, but it is in a chest. So you take one hand and you throw open the treasure chest. And inside it is what you expect, treasure. There's gold, there's coins, there's jewelry, there's necklaces, there's rings, there's bags of presumably more gold. There's a few like random items as well. So yeah, the treasure, it's here. Probably a bit too much to shove all in your backpack. Yeah, I guess they didn't need to lock the chest. Nobody's really got this far before. I mean, you've done well to not wake the crab, I suppose. So yeah. What do you want to do now, chat? What do you want to do? And the crab, by the way, is still sleeping. You still hear... What do you want to do? After we threw the burger and yell it, yeah, it seems like the crab is like in full hibernation right now. Okay, let's see. What does chat do? Do you want to grab some treasure? Do you want to wake crab? Attack crab? Take one piece of treasure? If only we had an inflatable barrel. Yeah, if only. I guess you gave it to the rats, huh? All right, what would you like to do? Would you like to try and grab some treasure? Would you like to wake the crab, attack the crab, or take one piece of treasure? And remember, out of this whole deal, you were promised one piece of... your deal here was to get one piece of treasure. So it might, if you did just take one, it might work out that that's the one you take, but we'll see. Okay, get some more votes in. Type away. So if you want to join in on the vote, type the number of what you want to happen here in the chat. 1, grab some treasure. 2, wake the crab. 3, attack the crab. You guys really are playing this very conservatively. Or take a piece of take one piece of treasure. All right, you decide, boom, to grab some treasure. Okay, so you start filling your pockets with treasure. Filling them. Let's have a look. You start filling your pockets with treasure. As much as you can. Just with one hand, you reach in, you grab some gold, and you put it in your backpack. You grab some more, you throw it in the backpack. You don't know exactly how much, but it feels like you have roughly maybe 400 gold worth of treasure. Which is pretty good, honestly. That's pretty good. That's big numbers. We're rich. Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, remember, you'll probably get to keep one piece of this treasure. But yeah, you got quite a lot here.
Nice job, team.
You've got quite a bit here. Oh, also, it's getting super bright. Give me just a second, guys. Let me, hold on a minute. I'll be right back one second. I'm just gonna, make it less bright in here. 1 second. Okay, so, all right, back to it. Because it's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. So, you've stuffed your pockets with as much treasure as you could possibly grab. And you think, okay, it is time to get out of here. So you try and crawl out from underneath the crab without waking said crab. And upon crawling out, your backpack snags on the crab. It gets a little stuck. And you, with one hand, you're trying to, like, you're pulling on it. It's kind of got stuck under the shell as it's... And it seems to have stopped snoring. It's not visibly awake, but it stopped snoring, and your bag is now trapped. So, we're going to try and yank this out in one big go. Okay? You want to stay still? What does chat do? Stay still? One big yank. Or yankle. One big yankle. What do you want to do? Stay still or one big yankle? Flirt with Cran? What is Cran? You currently can't access any of the items within your bag either. You can't grab the items in the bag. They're, if you imagine it, the shell is here. You are here. And the bag is like stuck under the shell on the other side. So, yeah, okay. Well, you are frozen in fear. Chat is frozen in fear. And you don't move. You're waiting to see if it will start snoring again. But it doesn't.
Who disturbed my slumber?
You hear. You stay still. You don't say anything. And you hear the voice again.
Who disturbed my slumber?
And by this point, it seems like the crab has woken up. And you can't respond because your mouth is still covered by your hand. But as the crab rises up, your bag comes loose and like you fall backwards a little bit. And the crab rises up tall. And now you can see why the cave is so tall and why the crab lives down here. Because as the crab rises up, it's really tall. It's a really, really tall crab. And it's covered in these glowing mushrooms. And yeah, it's got these really long legs. And its eyes, like, I got long eyes that like come down and they're like looking at you. And they're looking like directly at you. So, chat. What does chat do? What would you like to do? Try to run? Attack? Stab eye? Play dead? Offer burger? Alright, what will it be, chat? Try to run? A general attack? Specifically try to stab the eye? Or play dead? Or offer burger? What's it gonna be? What would you like to do? What will it be? Alright, chat really wants to give the burger. So, the crab says to you,
Oh, you have robbed me of my treasure.
and you shake your head. No. And you reach into your backpack and you pull out the burger. You pull out the burger and you offer it up to him. You hold it out and he says,
You fool! You think I don't know that that is a poisonous burger? I poisoned it myself!
okay, well, at least we know where the burger came from then. Yeah, now we know it's poison. So, chat, he refuses your burger. He refuses it. What would you like to do? Try to run? Attack? Stab eye? Play dead? What's it to be? What's it to be? Eye is a hitbox. We ain't playing Zelda today. Although maybe, you never know. What's it gonna be? Time's ticking. Time's ticking. You got less time this time to decide. Stab eye, okay. With your left hand, which is not your dominant hand, you actually no, chat is ambidextrous. Sorry, I just decided chat is ambidextrous. If they're gender neutral, they're also ambidextrous. This character is as open as possible for you to be to insert yourself into it. You take your left hand and you reach into the bag and you pull out the dagger. Yes, that's right. You pull out your which one is it? It's the what do we call this? What's this dagger called? The Phoenix Barbed Breath. You've not actually used this dagger yet, so you're gonna try and stab. All right. You swing at the crab's eye. Oh god. And the crab it retracts the eyes as you swing at it. And you trip a little bit. And he laughs at you.
Nice try, little one.
And then the crab takes a swing back at you. One of his claws comes swinging down. And you jump to try and get out the way. Oh, God. And unfortunately, the crab knocks you flying. Ooh. That's going to be a heart, I think. That has to be a heart.
No, God, please, no! No!
However, when you hit the wall, your hand comes unstuck, and it feels like it's maybe like torn a little bit of your face off. Not like too gruesomely, but a little bit of your face has come off here. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. Isn't our plush lucky? It is lucky when you roll a 1. Otherwise, yes, unfortunately, the luck is not taken effect just yet. Yeah, so you're on the ground now, and you're feeling a little woozy. You've hit the wall, and you're not feeling too well. What would you like to do? Would you like to...
A dubious little creature.
Would you like to try and run? Do you want to try and attack, stab the eye again, or play dead? Not many options now, folks. Not many options. Cry? Crying is not an option. Crying is not an option. Also, I should note, by the way, when you were knocked against the wall, you lost some gold. Specifically, you lost half your gold. So you actually only have 200 now. You actually only have 200. So you decide to run. Yeah. It was pretty brutal. You lost half your money. It's not good. It's not good. Yeah, so you decide to try and run. You decide to try and run. So you pick yourself back up. Oh, fuck me. Actually, that's good. You go to run away. And the crab swings at you again. But this time, thankfully, this time, in your backpack, you see the crystal dragon plushie. It starts to glow. It starts to glow, and it jumps out of your backpack, and it grows in size. And it's not quite alive, but it's you hop on its back, and it lifts you to safety, out of the way of the crab claw. So thank you plushie. Thank you Dempster for giving us that plushie. It turns out it was lucky after all. But yeah, it seemed it only took effect when you rolled a natural 1. Okay. So that's a little bit of safety. Do you want to still try to keep running? What do you want to do? Keep running? Try to run, attack, stab eye, play dead. What do you want to do? Now is the time to vote. Get the votes in. Get them in. You want more treasure? Hey, maybe if you defeat the crab, you'll get more treasure. However, it seems chat is making the decision to try to run. Very well. Okay, so yes, chat decides to try to run. So once again, the crab swings at you, and you're trying to run away. And oh my god! And the crab takes another swing at you. However, now that but the gold. Honestly, I would take all the luck you can get. Now that the dragon is activated, it actually does give you a little bit of luck. It gives you +5 onto your rolls until it goes away. So, yeah, thankfully, the dragon that you're still on the back of, it glows again, and it dodges out of the way just. But the crab actually does hit the dragon, and the dragon, you hit the ground, and the dragon shrinks back down and back into your backpack for now. So yeah, that's unfortunate. So you keep trying to run, and you start to see a light in the distance. We need like being chased music. We need, oh my god, I'm being chased music. What's this one? Yeah. So you're being chased out of the cave by this crab, and you start to see a light in the distance. You start to see a bit of a light, and the crab is tracing behind you.
Whoa, whoa, give me back my treasure!
And you run for the light that you can see, and you manage to get out of the cave. And it seems like You've lost the trail of the crab. It's actually not behind you right now, which is good. It looks like it couldn't have actually got out of there anyway. And you kind of see, as you're exiting the cave, the hole is kind of like... It looks like it's been dug. The hole that you went into, this isn't like a naturally formed cave. This looks like it has been dug, perhaps by pirates in the past. Maybe it seems like the crab has never even... It's not actually stepped foot out here, maybe. Maybe. Either way, you keep running, and you're running through the jungle, and you can kind of start see through the clearing of the jungle that you can start to see the ocean. And you can also see that Balthazar and the ship that you came on has now docked on at the island. So you're running, and you can see the ship, and you're almost there. You've got some treasure. You're almost there. However, out of the ground bursts the crab.
Not getting away from me that easily.
And the crab is now standing in front of you, in front of the ship. And you have no choice but to fight. You have to fight the crab. You have to use everything at your disposal now to fight and beat this crab. There's no running, none of it.
No! God, please, no! No!
You have to fight. So, you take out your little dagger, and the crab, his eyes come out towards you, and you're gonna take a slash at the eyes. You're gonna try and slash the eyes. Oh, that's a 17. Slash. One of the eyes cuts clean off. And the other eye retracts. And he kind of stumbles a little bit. And then he comes running at you. And the other eye comes down as well. And you take another slash at that.
Don't ever give up, my son.
Come on, slashed 16. There goes the other eye, baby. He is now completely blinded. And he falls backwards onto the back of his shell.
This is no good.
This is very good, Bailey. This is very good. And you shout to the ship, Balthazar, now! Fire the cannonballs! And Balthazar and his crew, they start firing. Cannonball after cannonball, firing onto the crab. Kaboom! Exactly, yes. The crab is basically just absolutely pummeled with cannonballs. You're able to keep running. They listen to you. Amazing. You keep running, you get past the crab, and the crab takes one last swing at you. One last swing with its claw. As it's on the ground and dying, it swings. And you just manage to dodge. Whoa! But it kind of knocks you off your feet a little bit. And you stumble forwards, and all the pirates, they see this, and they you can see they kind of laugh at you a little bit. They're all laughing a little bit. So yeah, you make it back up onto the ship. Balthazar, he throws down a ladder. You climb up the ladder, and you get onto the ship, and they say, "Cool. We saw the whole thing. We saw you take on that crab all by yourself. And it looks like you're barely hanging together." And it's true. You do look like you're barely hanging together. Come on. Let's get out of here. Let's get this ship moving. Balthazar shouts. And the ship starts to take off. And yeah, it seems like all you managed to get from this excursion was... let's have a look. You got 200 gold, a burger, and yeah, you got the dagger and the dragon plushie still, but yeah. That's all you managed to get. So, yeah, the Balthazar says to you, so, what have you got for us? What do you say? Are you gonna lie? Or are you gonna tell truth? Are you gonna be honest about what you've got? Or are you gonna lie? What do you wanna do? What do you wanna do? Here's your opportunity to maybe get a bit more than you bargained for. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, chat's a little split on this one. Chat is a little split on this one. Lie or tell truth? More people want to tell the truth, but only just. You say, Mr. Balthazar, I fought as hard as I could, but I only managed to get 200 gold. And I didn't get any of the other treasure either. Only 200 gold, eh? Well, it's not too bad. We'll use every penny we can get. So yeah, you hand Balthazar the you hand Balthazar the gold, and he's actually going to take. Sadly, he is actually going to take all of that gold, all but one piece of gold, because he said that you can keep a piece. He said that you can keep a piece. So yeah, you take that one piece of gold and you go sit below deck in a room that they've prepared for you. Yeah, the room is not much. It's got a little bed, like a little sort of like a, not a very comfy looking bed, but it's got a bed. Chat just wants some fucking food. Yeah, you just want some food. So yeah, you go and sit down and you rest. You don't know how long it's going to take to get back to doubloon, but you rest, and you do rest up, and you get your hearts back, thankfully, which is terrific. You wake up and you're feeling well rested, and Salvador is actually standing at the door, and when you wake up, Salvador says, "I heard you were very brave on that island." And you say, how do you know? Oh, I know some things. And Salvador actually tells you that the crab is still alive. And actually a very good friend of his, very close friend, but he says, keep this secret, don't tell anyone. But me and the crab, we are pen pals. We write each other. The crab is not dead. But for now you are safe. So yeah. So you're gathering from this that the crab is still alive. Yeah, has no eyes, but yeah, you're safe for now. I think you'll be fine for now. And you say to Salvador, well, if you're friends with the crab, aren't you like tasked with killing the crab? This makes no sense. And he says, do not worry. Shh, do not worry. This is a very messy love triangle, yes. We can't go back. No, we're not going back to the island. But you do, eventually, you do hear the bell again. Da-ding, 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 da-ding. And you do hear the bell, and you've arrived back at doubloon. All right, everyone off my ship now, Balthazar shouts. And everybody piles off the ship and heads over to the local tavern, which is usually where the pirates go after a big excursion. And yeah, everybody goes in. You just kind of follow the crowd because you're like, I need some food. And yeah, you go on in, and well, what would you like to do? You're back. Big excursion. They did nothing. I know. Well, they manned the cannons. That was something, I guess. What does chat do? So you've arrived at the tavern with the pirates. Yeah, Captain Neckbeard is here. All the pirates are here. Everybody's like sort of cheering and having a good time and drinking. You still need some food. What would you like to do? Would you order some food? Would you like to order some food? What? Get Salvador to buy you a meal. Offer burger to Captain Neckbeard. Okay. All right. Well, these are options. You can either order some food, get Salvador to buy you a meal, or offer burger to Captain Neckbeard. What would you like to do? The options are entirely yours. What would you like to do? Also, Bailey, thank you very much for the gift sub. Thank you very much. And also, Scalar, thank you for the bits. Sorry, I didn't see this message until now. But thank you very much. Okay, well, in the tavern, you go to Sal. You obviously don't know many of these pirates. You kind of want to stay a bit away from Captain Neckbeard. And you go over to Salvador and you say, "Hey, I don't suppose you. I'm a little bit light on. On cash right now. I don't suppose you could help me out a little bit here." And Salvador says, "Go on then." And he says, "Hey, barkeep, we'll have 2 big plates of hot, fresh crab, please." That is crab, by the way. He's ordered crab. Yeah, the barkeep brings out a couple of plates of crab, hot, steamy crab. They put it down on the table in front of you, and you know what? You've kind of lost your appetite, so you just eat the lettuce that it came with. You just eat the lettuce, and with that, you have successfully beaten Dice Quest today. You've eaten some food. You've eaten some food. Congratulations.
Nice job, team.
Well done. You've beaten Dice Quest. There we go. There it is.
Yippee! You did it!
Congratulations, everybody. Well done. That was a beast. That was a bit of a beast. Like all great victories, it ends by eating lettuce.
Don't ever give up, my son.
Hey, Fudge. Hey, Fudge. Hey, Fudge. You tired?
Have some f***ing pizza.
Kate, thank you very kindly for the 18 months. Welcome back to you. We survived with those bad rolls. Yes, somehow you did. Somehow. Thankfully, though, you had items to help. Which is the new inclusion for today. That was news. The backpack animation is this is all new, and yeah, the items. You'll see a couple of them are like designed in Blender, which are my own. But these other 2 that you had were designed by people from this very sweet potato community, which is very exciting. And there are more. There are many more items to find. Many more items to find. So I look forward to you guys seeing what they do. I think what we might do is the items themselves will not carry over into another game, but the money will. I think next time you'll start with the 1 gold. Could have been more, maybe. I feel like there's a chance where you could have actually had more than 1 there. But you know, you got the 1. But I think as for the items, I think those will go away. As they will probably have different uses in different they probably have different uses in different games and stuff. You okay, Fudge? Hey? She's looking around. Hey? Fudge? Fudgy? Can we go on more days with Salvatore? If we see him again. Maybe. Oh, gracious PJ, thank you for letting us keep our 1 gold. Hey, that 1 gold is It was pretty big. That's pretty big. Had to go away for dinner. Did we survive? Yes.
The beast is demonic in nature.
Yes, you did indeed. You guys completed Dice Quest. You did very well. Yes, congratulations. I think Fuji might want to... There we go. Look at that big stretch. I think Fuji wants to go out. Yeah, I'll let Fuji out. I'll go give her a snack. Go give her a little treat. I do wonder, like, I mean, she'd probably start meowing. I'm just thinking, like, what her game plan would be. Like, what's her plan to get out exactly? What would she try and do to get out? I think she just needs to... I think she just needs me to open the door. Hey, Fuj, you want to go out? I'll let her out. I'll go get her a treat. I will be back in a few moments, guys. I'll be back in a few moments. I think this is probably going to be the end of Fuji Cam for today. But yeah, I'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you touch that television remote. Hello. I have returned. Hello. Well, that was a bit of fun. It's been a hot minute since we've done Dice Quest, and I really enjoyed doing it again with a few little changes and a few extra little bits here and there. Let's bring back a trick or treat and ask a question. And I don't really have a plan for the rest of the stream. Such a fun pirate story. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That was great. I had a really great time. I really enjoyed that. It's just pure, and I must stress, it is all completely improv. So, like, there was no plan other than I knew that you were going to start on some kind of pirate island. But other than that, I had nothing. I had nothing. What happened to the Stardew run? Nothing happened to it. We just haven't been playing Stardew as much recently. Yeah, just not haven't been doing it as much. Also, Kiwi Katie is at my door, dressed as a bee. Okay. Okay. Dressed as a bee. I'll be the judge of that. Great. Thank you very much. I panicked. Well, the trick was on me today. Thank you very much for the bonk. Hey everyone, good Dice Quest today. Yes, you guys did very well. I'm gonna be honest, there was a big part of me that did want to kill you in the cave, but I was following my own rules. I had the dragon plushie does activate when you roll a 1, and I did have that. It adds a +10 to your luck for that roll. But yeah, when that crab, you had a little bit of plot armor there, but not really anyway. Usually I'm not afraid to kill you, but I wanted today to have a happy ending. Yeah. The flirt actually worked once. Can you believe it? The flirt actually worked. You rolled an 18 and you successfully flirted and you got what you wanted. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Let me die. Yeah, other than that, though, there were a lot of bad rolls. Yeah. Gotta have the good days. Yeah, some days it's gotta go well. But yeah, there were a lot of bad rolls today. I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly how this dice operates, but there you go. There's a 17. We could have used that earlier. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's all RNG. So I don't exactly know like what. I don't know if like the physics of it, because obviously it bounces off the edges of the screen. I don't know like how that exactly works. Wow, 17, 16, and 18 in 3 consecutive rolls. Great. Can you find a more balanced dice? This one is too close to a spin down. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. Like, it is random. 19. I don't know. I mean, it is random. And there's a 5, you know, so it is random. I think it is literally just the luck of the draw, you know. It is just the luck of the draw. That's just the way. That is just the way. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking like what else I'd like to do today. You know what? Also, I feel like I'm going to change the lighting a little bit now. Boom. Yeah, I completely forgot. I always have the same lighting in here. I completely forgot I have all these other different lighting settings. And many other combinations as well. Oh, I do like the blue. I do like the blue. Very appropriate for this music as well. I think the dice is mocking us. I think that is exactly what's happening. I just found an old Oscar's Hotel temporary tattoo at my parents' house that I didn't know I had. I would not apply that if I were you. That would be poisonous at this point in time. Yeah, I think I've still got like a whole load of them. I remember we had them made, and then yeah, I've got like a whole packet of them somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, that is a throwback. I actually don't want to say this. I'll wait. If you guys can wait 2 months, I'll tell you what I was about to just say. But you have to wait 2 months. Remind me in 2 months to finish that sentence. I can't tell. It doesn't make sense to tell you right now. I'll tell you in 2 months. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You're gonna just have to do one of these. I'll wait. Are you thinking of playing a game for the rest of the stream or just chilling? I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't know if I don't really know what I feel like doing. I could kind of hang around a little longer, but I don't know if I feel like, it's a Friday, you know? I want to end the Friday on a Friday high day, you know? I want to end the Friday on a high. I must have got it at Summer in the City. Yeah, we gave them out. I believe we gave them out at Summer in the City. Animal Crossing. I don't know if I can go back to Animal Crossing. A cheeky splat. Is Fall Guys over? Fall Guys is not over. I just haven't played it in a while, I guess. PJ, there are more dubs for the Mario movie. Another review. More dubs? In what languages? Because we listened to quite a few of them. What other dubs could there possibly be? Is there a Bozo dub? Do we know if there's a Bozo the Clown dub? Bozo did the dub. I've been reading Dune, so I want to know if you've been reading anything lately, or do you even like to read? I haven't been reading anything lately, no. I'm not, I was talking about this with Sophie the other night, actually. We were saying how, because we were talking about House of the Dragon, and I was saying like, oh, I would like to try and read the books, but I tried to read the first book of Game of Thrones, and I really struggled with it. And I think that's just a general, like, reading in general. I'm not the strongest reader. So yeah, I've not got anything on the go at the minute. Yeah. Audiobooks? I do, and sadly do not have the patience for an audiobook. I wish I did, unless I'm driving somewhere or going somewhere. I do not really have the patience for audiobooks, sadly. I don't think I could stick it out. I don't know. I don't think I could stick out the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know. What books do you like? I guess books that aren't too complicated. I found Game of Thrones like quite written in quite a complicated way, and I think that might have been what put me off. But yeah, maybe I could try audiobooks. I guess with that said, I've listened to quite a few audiobooks that I quite enjoyed. Like Alan Partridge, there's like a few Alan Partridge ones I've listened to which were like fun. Maybe like the comedy ones. Maybe I find it more engaging when it's like a comedy one, because I'm finding myself actually laughing and stuff. Whereas I guess like the emotions and stuff that you might go through of a book, there's maybe a little difference to be read that too, maybe. PJ reads us a bedtime story when? I just did. It's called Dice Quest. Dice Quest is kind of a bedtime story, just a little chaotic. I noticed that Game of Thrones is written like a history book. Yeah, that makes sense, because it is kind of like the retellings of those stories, isn't it? A Song of Ice and Fire. How about podcasts? I've listened to some podcasts, yeah. I've listened to them. I like a good podcast. I can only really focus on an audiobook when they are non-fiction, so more like a podcast. Yeah, I think that might be for me as well. I think something a little bit more like that for me as well. Non-fiction, I think that was the word I was searching for earlier. I think I prefer stuff that's a little bit more like that, or like a comedy as well. And like, yeah, I just find like maybe if I'm like gardening or something, is a good time to put it on. If I'm got a long distance drive, then that's a good time to put one on. How are bedtime stories so engaged? How does anyone fall asleep to those? Yes, somebody might. Somebody might. How do you feel about graphic novels, manga? Yeah, I like those as well. I think what it is, I think it's less. I think my problem is less with the books and more with the action of sitting still and like reading the book. Like, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I just find it a little harder to stay engaged. Crabsticks boy, I was thinking of raiding you. Hello, Crabstick boy. Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Raiders. Hello. Chris said he loves you, but he needs to pee. That is wonderful news. Thank you for bringing. You guys are like his ravens. You've brought me good news today. Well, thank you. I didn't realize Chris was finishing his stream. I was thinking if I didn't have anything else to do today myself, I would probably have raided him. But I can't do that now, can I? Or did he just end the stream because he needed to pee? And he'll restart it afterwards once he has peed. Yeah, the giant crab is here. The giant crab from Dice Quest today is here, and it's in the form of a raid. All of you guys are the manifestation of the giant crab that chat defeated today. What an adventure. What an adventure. He's going to his mum's. Oh, excellent. So I'll know where he is then if I need to contact him. Oh my goodness, Scarlet with the 28 months? Giant crab, that's huge. It actually was huge. You're right. That is valid. It was huge. It was a giant crab. Yeah, we played Dice Quest today, which is a sort of an improv story game that I like to do around here. And yeah, chat fought and defeated a giant crab. And I implemented a new, something new today, which is the backpack. The backpack. And inside the backpack is where you would put things if you had things. Which I guess right now they do not, because the game is over. But when you have things, they go in the backpack, which makes sense, I guess. I can't believe that witnessing this raid happen is how I learned that Chris streams on Twitch. Yeah, Chris has been streaming for maybe a month or so now, I think. And he hasn't left yet. So, yes. I like a good crab stream. I'm into a good crab stream. Pinya, you were saying earlier there are more Mario dubs. Can I stomach more Mario dubs? I guess what I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. We kind of finished the main meat and patats of the stream today, and we've been going for nearly 3 hours. But I kind of feel like I've got like one last little bit in me. One last little bit. Oh, also look, this is the name generator from today. The pirate name generator. There's Dempster. Dempster Freebooter Claire. I don't know why that was the name. I thought, yeah, that'll be his name. But, yeah. There's Dempster. Here's Dempster. I saw a bigger compilation with more Nordic dubs. You know what? I actually don't know if I can... I don't actually know if I can handle more Mario dubs right now, you know. I think I'm probably just going to have to wait for the release. I think we're just going to have to wait for the release. Maybe we'll do like some doodling. Maybe I'll, as in some 3D doodling. I'll just like, we'll just chat and I'll, we'll chat and I'll like just like doodle away. And by doodle, I mean sculpt. Like yesterday when we sculpted that bear thing. I'll just do some like chatting and sculpting. Something that I can sort of like take my mind, put my mind to without necessarily concentrating. Random sculpt. I could also continue like the bear thing from yesterday. I'll do a little bit of sculpting. I'll do a little bit of random sculpting. Give me a direction, chat. Give me a direction to head in. Yesterday, we started with just the idea of a bear. What are we feeling? A shape. A something. Rat. What does a rat look like? I suppose we have rats in the chat, don't we? Giant crab. Giant crab. Yeah, maybe I'll try to sort of like show what I had in my mind, what my vision was of the crab. What was my crab vision? Welcome to Crab Vision. I will be your host for today. No, I didn't call the chat rats. I simply stated that we have the rat emote that people do like to use sometimes. And it also just happens to be a rat. The Scare Lab is here, dressed as Jared Leto's interpretation of Wiggles the Clown. Oof. That is scary. That's very scary. A joke. Halloween joke. All right, we got some Halloween jokes. That is what you get, a Halloween joke. 100 funny Halloween jokes. We'll be the judge of that. Oh, this is so bad. Do zombies eat burgers with their fingers? No, they eat the fingers separately. Ah. Oh my god. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty stinky. Oh. Yeah, we've had some worse ones. That is not the worst we've had, but it's still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. Okay, crab. A Lelfin is the worst one. Yeah, that was a crime. That is a crime that cannot be forgiven. That is a crime that cannot be forgiven. Cannot and will not be forgiven. You know what? Actually, I'm raising the crab for now. I realized this kind of went against what I was trying to do. I want to doodle. Parasect. I kind of was thinking like a parasect kind of thing. Like a parasect kind of thing is what I had in mind. With the eyes kind of coming out and... Mickey Mouse from memory? I don't remember what Mickey Mouse looks like at all. Okay. There goes the music. Let's try again. Like a mouse? I don't know what a mouse looks like. Do you think I look like a kind of guy who knows what a mouse looks like? No, I think I am literally... I am gonna doodle. That is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna try and do a Mickey Mouse or any character in particular. I'm gonna just doodle and see what happens, okay? I'm just gonna doodle away. See what happens. Maybe we'll get a character. Maybe we'll get something a little cursed and funky. Who knows? I should change the title as well. Doodling. Why does it look like the Jollibee mascot? I don't know what Jollibee is, but maybe subconsciously I've seen it somewhere. Schnooples 2. The Return of Schnooples. Schnooples 2. Coming to theaters this winter. This summer, the schnoopling and boopling will happen in theaters near you, whether you like it or not. I tell you what I finished watching last night. We've been watching Welcome to Wrexham. I think I mentioned this. It's the show about Rob McElhenney and what's his name? Ryan Reynolds. They bought a football club called Wrexham, like a Welsh football club, and yeah, kind of showing like what it's like to be sort of a team trying to work your way up the league. And I don't really care about football at all, but I found it really very, very interesting actually, and I would recommend it. It's on Disney Plus if anyone wants to watch it. Even if you don't care about football, you don't know anything about football, I found it very interesting. And yeah, I finished watching it last night, and it's very interesting. Yeah, they at one point in the show, ooh, not Wrexham, you don't like Wrexham? Yeah, I can't say I know anything about the place. Well, I suppose I know a little bit more about it now that I've seen the show, but yeah, they I enjoyed seeing the sort of the football team like being how dedicated they were to trying to win for the fans and like for their family and stuff. It was sweet. I thought it was very sweet. Come to Wrexham? I don't think I've got any plans to go to Wrexham anytime soon. Okay, I'm clearly giving this guy, making this guy with a lot of dread in his life. Are you making Satan? No. But he is quite demonic looking, isn't he? He's a little devil-like. I think it's the horns, right? I'm honestly just doodling. I'm actually not trying to do anything in particular. I am just doodling. The demon is stressed. Yes, the demon is stressed. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'll try and make,
The beast is demonic in nature.
It is. It is demonic in nature. Yeah, maybe I'll try and make, how I'm feeling. So yeah, I watched that. Thought it was really, really interesting. Looks like one of those old Japanese demon masks. Yeah, I know what you mean. It does have that vibe, doesn't it? I don't know why my instinct is always to try and make something that looks terrified and and sad. Well, there he is. Give him some eyeballs. Give him some eyeballs. He looks like an ant. Maybe he's an ant man. Man of ant. Thinking about Big 3 election fraud. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm modeling the. This is I can't say who I thought messed up the election, but I can model what I think they look like. It is spooky season after all. Yeah, that is also true. That's also true. Yeah, I'm honestly just goofing around. Just feel like goofing. Hello? Which way are we going? Kind of want to make him like orange or something. Yeah. Oh my god. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Maybe he needs some pupils. You think it looks like a mask that you'd use to rob a bank? Hey, honestly, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Oh my god. I got away and come back to this. Yeah, we're messing. We're messing. Oh, I tell you what I wanted to do actually. I wanted to do some like little like food people OC art things, like just some little food characters. Maybe we could do a few of those. Because this guy is he's not doing it for me. Please. Please don't kill me. Looks a bit like Levi. I mean that in a positive way. Please don't kill me. The Minecraft mob vote has begun. What shall you vote? What do you mean? Is that where people vote for a new mob in Minecraft? That's happened before, right? Absolutely glowing Levi. Yeah, there's just something about it. Yeah, let's make some... I'm gonna delete that. Goodbye. Let's make some, like, food people. Name a food, or like a thing, like a little thing. Not like a whole, like, not burger where it's like many ingredients. Like an ingredient, I guess. Name an ingredient. Not like a thing that's like many things. A lemon. Okay, it was lemon. You had your chance, and I went with lemon. Try lemon. Now, I am just going to sort of try and do this from memory here. Just going to try and remember what a lemon looks like. It's just kind of like that, isn't it? Pretty simple, mate. Sunny side down egg. Sunny side down egg is also a good option. That's also a good option. Don't make me actually make a sunny side down egg. Don't make me do it. I mean, that is a lemon, right? No, it's not yellow. Well, it is yellow, but it doesn't scream unacceptable. It does not do that. This is a different lemon. Just you wait. Is that a threat? Okay. Let's give it some eyes. Yeah, we'll make some little food pals. Make some little food buddies. He looks a little angry, though. He needs to be a little less angry. Adorable already. Thank you. Yeah, I thought we'll shelve the cursed art for a minute. Whoops. That's still kind of funky. Okay. A friend-shaped lad. Yes, I hope so. That is ideally what we're going for. Just a bunch of friendly-shaped foods. Give him some legs. Pants Butter is here? Sorry, very, just that name caught me by surprise. Pants Butter is here, dressed as Fiona from Adventure Time, okay? Let's see what it's gonna be. A joke! A joke, is it? Halloween joke. All right, here we go. Are you ready for this? You are not ready for this. This is gonna be the best joke of the stream. Ready? This is gonna make you laugh. Oh my god, these are so bad. Wow. Oh my god, get this. What's a zombie's favorite weather? Cloudy with a chance of brain. Oh. Oh my god. I mean, I feel like I should be cancelled just for reading that, you know? And obviously, I would never advocate for that, but I think it has to happen. I think it's over. I don't know how I come back from this. You know? I think it's done. I think we're done. It's been a good run, guys. I've really enjoyed all my time, you know, here with you on the internet, but I think it's done. I don't see a way back from this. I'll pack my things and I'll get out of here. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure streaming for you all. No, I'll stay a little longer. I'll stay a little longer. But if the next joke isn't like amazing, then I'll go. Then I'll take my leave. This lemon looks like meows? Oh wait, what? Oh, it looks like it meows? Perhaps. Yeah, maybe. He does look naked though, and that is quite alarming. He looks naked. Is there any way to remedy that? I think it's this bulge down here is kind of a little concerning for me. Don't know if that works. Make the legs black? I could do that. A leaf hat? Leaf hat could work. Hi everyone, how was Dice Quest? Yes, Dice Quest was very enjoyable. I enjoyed it very much. I had a really good time. Chat did very well, exceedingly well, I will say. Surpassed my expectations completely. Put a tiny butt crack on the bump. Well, the butt would surely be back here if there was a butt. Yeah, this is just very... this doesn't feel right. I have to remove this bump. mean, it kind of feels like... yeah, I think this can work. I think you get it's a lemon, right? I think you get it's a lemon. Yeah, there you go. There's a butt that you all desperately desire for some reason. I mean, that is a lemon. I don't really know what the purpose of this character was. All right, let's do another one. What's another piece of food? We'll come back to him later, maybe. What's another piece of food? Asparagus. I don't know what asparagus looks like. Strawberry. Spring onion. What does a spring onion look like? Hello? A bit like a leek. What does a leek look like? Leek food. Oh. I tell you, I do like cooking with leek. I do like cooking with leek. In the summer, Jack Howard came over to my house and he said he didn't know how to chop a leek. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you don't know how to chop a leek? It's a leek. You just cut it. He was like, no, I've never done it before. So I guess I taught him how to cut a leek. I don't know how he has survived up until this point, honestly. I wonder, what if I did... I'm going to experiment with a little something. Yeah, you do have to wash the dirt out, that is true.
Bobby, baby, Bobby, booby.
Oh my goodness me. Bobby's in the chat, everybody. We love to see it. Thank you for blessing us. Okay, that's not worked. Too thick. What I was attempting to do was... kind of want to try and do the, this bit. It might still work. It just needs to, like, layer up, basically. I'm not entirely sure. A leak might be one step too far. This leak leaked the Mario face design. This was the leak. Yes, this was the leak. I think a leak is just a little too tricky, you know? Because it's like different segments of it, isn't it? There's like wraps around. Yeah, I think this is a little bit too complicated. Yeah, a bit more complicated than a lemon. Johnny Bravo hair. Johnny Bravo. What does he look like? Johnny Bravo. Man, I'm pretty. Oh, they pop Funko'd him. He's been Funko'd. How about a blueberry? It's a good idea, actually. Yeah. Blueberry. Let's go. Done. No, the Funko's not terrible because it doesn't look so much like a Funko and it looks more like him. Just all squashed. The better Funkos are the ones that don't look like themselves. When's the PJ Funko coming? Oh, it's coming, baby. It's coming. You better believe it. You better believe it. It is coming. Create old Doodle Streams creations sometime. That would be interesting. Yeah, the old Doodle Stream creations. We made some very, very funky things back in the day. Do blueberries have a little thing like this? Hey, Anne, we are doodling. We are doodling. Or have they got quite long stems? They don't really have stems, do they? I mean, you could easily do a quick, quick little palette swap there, and suddenly you've got a cherry. There you go. How about that? There we go. And so it becomes a cherry. Job's a good one. But we need to give it a face, no? I'm impressed by how fast you can do this. Thank you. Well, yeah, a cherry's not too difficult, I guess. This little guy, he's pretty simple. Double cherry, one happy, one sad. We could probably swing that. Well, a bunch. If it was a bunch, then it would be like. I don't really know how cherries join up, to be honest. I've gone about this the wrong way anyway. I think I need to put the face on. You know what I could do, which would be quite fun, actually? Let me go to... Oh, can I do this? Let me have a look. Hold on. I might just have to dive into my computer for a second. Oh, hello. Oh, shit. My camera it went all weird. This is because I'm important? Because I'm importing something? No. Okay. They join up like a lucky bone. Cherries. Two cherries. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, and the stem is usually green, huh? Okay. Mutant Melod is at my door. I hath returned from yesterday, and I am Knuckles from Sonic. Okay. Okay. You get a treat. Have we given any treats today? What was the treats today? Oh, they were fun facts, weren't they? Fun fact. Okay, your treat is... This is oh, wait, what? I'm feeling curious. I didn't type that. What? That's not... Wait a minute, what? Fun fact. Hold on. All right, I am gathering you a fact that is apparently fun. You probably know that snails are pretty slow creatures, but did you know that they also take the longest naps? One nap can last up to 3 years. No way. A 3-year nap? I'm jealous. I am jealous. I'd love to take a 3-year nap. Are you kidding me? That actually sounds terrible. I don't think a human could do that.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated
But imagine.
is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you
A
finish
3-year-long nap.
press 1 for more options.
Just imagine. How long do snails live for? We will. I don't want to answer that because I feel like that would bring us into the territory of an unfun fact, a sad fact almost. Which I'm not. I'm not in the business of sad facts today. They live forever. If that's a nap, imagine how long they sleep for. Yeah, that's true. That is just the nap, remember. Snails really are living the life, huh? Snails really are living the life. They live for 25 years? No way. That is wild, man. Yeah, snails know what they're doing. My garden and my house is actually covered in snails. There are snails everywhere. I get so many in my garden, it's ridiculous. I do worry when we redo the garden, the snails are going to kind of have their home a little bit invaded. We'll try to make it a good place for the snails when it's redone. Do you like slugs? Isn't a slug just a snail without the shell? I bet you didn't think we'd be getting philosophical today. I have seen the giant African land snails. I have indeed, yes. That's earlier. I was talking about somebody. I knew somebody who once had snails as pets. That was the one. That was the one. They were giant land snails, giant African land snails. Which was pretty wild, I will say. I don't know if I'd have a snail as a pet. I'm not sure it would give me the I don't know if it would give me what I'd be expecting from a pet friendship. I have garden snails as pets. Chaz named a couple. Oh, I mean, well, your name has snail in it, so I think I'd be more shocked if you didn't have snails as pets. Kind of imagining if one of them's happy, one of them's angry. I'm trying to just imagine. I had stick insects once. I got nightmares of them escaping and they creep me out. Oh my god. Yeah, if you have like insects as pets and stuff, you gotta be prepared for the fact they might they might escape. They might escape. And if they do, well, your house may get invaded by insects. What if one is the face and the other is the butt, and they're all connected by a thin green body? The cherries? I'm not sure how I would do that. Blender? Blender? Okay, we're good. One of my exes had a lizard and he accidentally dropped the box of live crickets. Oh yeah, I forget that they eat insects. Yeah, so if you have reptiles, there's still a chance you will have you'll have insects in your home. Yeah, it's I've never really felt too compelled to have like a reptile or anything like that as a pet. Personally. Don't know if it's the kind of pet I would want. But I think they can be cute. I think stuff like yeah, like geckos and stuff are cute. Don't know if I would have one. Right, let's get rid of you for a second. Hold on. This cherry is... Oh, I see the issue. There we go. Issue solved. Okay, we'll pose them in a minute. Don't give it a mustache? You think I would give it a mustache? Me? Really? I wouldn't dream of it. This is let it be known. This is not a mustache. This is a smile. This is just how I got a nice little butt close up there. They're BFFs. Oh yeah, this was something that they talked about actually last night that I found interesting. Like I was saying, we finished watching Welcome to Wrexham, and they were talking about the term bromance in football and how it's used in, and it's not just like in football, but it's used like in other industries and world and stuff. And yeah, I found it kind of interesting because I don't really like the term bromance. I feel like it seems like a term that you would use because you're too afraid to just be like, we are friends and we can allow ourselves to be friends. And that's okay to just, to just be friends. But it's like you've got to put some kind of like you've got to put a label on it to just be like, but it's not weird though or anything. It's, it's like it's a bromance. Well, I think it's okay. I think it's fine to not, I think it's fine to not have to put a label on and just be like, we can just be friends and be comfortable with that. But I guess it is to do with, just not, for some reason, not being comfortable with it. But I don't have a problem with it. I don't need romances. I can have romances with male friends. Natalie Craggs. Maybe romances is the wrong word. You know what I mean. Hey, Natalie Craggs. Thank you for the 21 months. Haven't been able to catch a stream recently as I've been working a lot more, but haven't been getting notifications. Hope you've been well and streams have been good. Hey, thank you very much. I've heard that a few people have had that issue. Not been getting notifications for the streams. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Well, thank you for joining us today. Welcome on in. There we go. Some sad, happy and sad cherries. There we go. But yeah, I found that really interesting in a weird way. Don't know. I guess it's to do with people feeling like uncomfortable with just being able to like, I don't know, embrace someone else. I mean, it's mainly like they were saying how it's like a male thing. There's no like real there's no like female equivalent of like a bromance because it's typically the men who are like uncomfortable with just like being sort of pally with another man without, without having to put like some kind of weird label on it. Yeah, that's it. Toxic masculinity doesn't allow having feelings. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, isn't it? It's kind of getting at all of that kind of stuff. Metallic cherry, though. Oh, rendering Eevee. Only anger. Only anger. Girls are deemed okay to be physically close and stuff, but with guys, it's apparently not okay. And it's crazy because like something like football is like a very it is like a very sort of, I guess, it's a close contact sport that, where guys are like falling all over each other and getting muddy, and they go back into the changing rooms and get nude around each other. So like it's... Oh, I didn't mean to pose him like that. Oh no. Oh no. We've accidentally made a fucking uwu lemon. Well. Excuse me, sir. I don't suppose we could have a bromance, could we? I don't suppose a bromance is on the table, mayhaps. Yeah, I didn't mean to make the lemon look like this, but here we are. He's also got a bit of a golden plated look to him that was not intentional. Somebody else is at my door. This is horrible. Rhodey is here, dressed as Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Well, that is just wonderful. Let's have a look and see what you get. A joke. Okay. A joke. A yoke. Halloween joke. I'm going to say the first one that I see. First joke that I see, okay? I'm going to close my eyes and... Oh, close my eyes and this one. All right. Why are skeletons always so relaxed? Nothing gets under their skin. That doesn't make any sense. They don't have any skin. Skeletons don't have any skin. Or do they? These are some pretty bad jokes, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little concerned. I'm worried we might have to cancel Halloween. I'm worried at this point nothing will save us. Yes, no negativity to November is coming. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Excuse me, good sir. Mayhaps I, touch your fingers with my fingers, mayhaps? Perchance? What are you asking me? What are you saying? I don't know. I don't know what this is, guys, and I don't like it. I really, really dislike it. See, you change the pose and it just changes everything. It changes everything because now he's like, well, I don't exactly know what's going through his head now, but He's about to do some kind of a mind blast. I fight with my mind. Who's he fighting? The cherries. It's a fight. To the death. Yeah, he got stronger as well, I guess. He got a little thicker. Okay. There we go. I think it's done. Wow, another day where we're not saving the art. How about that? It was fun to just doodle. This was just we were literally just doodling. We're not trying to make anything in particular here. We are just doodling. That's all this is. Why does Lemon get arms? I don't know. It just kind of felt right, you know? It just kind of felt right. It just kind of felt right. For Lemon to get arms, you know? They look cute. Thank you. Oh, maybe he's like, looks like he's, I had a thought. I thought maybe he looked like he was, he's not meant to look evil. He looks like he's looking out. He's like looking out to sea or something. Maybe the issue here is that, yeah, one eye needs to be squinting, the other no. The arm wrestling champion. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with this guy. I saw a picture of the an arm wrestling champion the other day, and he had like one huge arm and one much slimmer arm. Why did you see that? Just came up on the internet. It just came up. Well, you don't just randomly see stuff on the internet pop up? I see stuff pop up on the internet all the time. You're browsing the internet and poof. World Wrestling Champion. Yeah. Make his eyes go down? As in, like... Make eyes go down? Not sure what you mean. Van Good, thank you for the 6 months. This is the Golden Potato. Hey, thank you very much. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We're just chilling and doodling. Nothing in particular. Other ways to make him look evil? Oh, I don't know if I want him to be evil. I don't think I want him to be evil. I was trying to avoid making him look evil. He's just chilling. Is this lemon dude? It is a lemon dude of some kind, yes. Not a specific lemon dude from anything in particular. It's just a lemon dude. You know? He doesn't really have any reason to be. He just kind of is. He's giving off Grandpa vibes. Grandpa Lemon? He looks strong and cool. What's his catchphrase? His catchphrase? Oh, I don't know. What's a good catchphrase for a lemon? It's not usually something I have prepared. Bonk. Just bringing back the physics stuff from yesterday that we were doing. Was it yesterday, the day before? Oh, something about squeezing, yeah. Something about when life gives you lemons. When life gives you lemons. Squeeze me. Excuse me? Just sound like you said squeeze me. When life gives you lemons, give them a little squeeze. You want me to squeeze you? We don't need the cloth on that. Toweling off after a long lemon's day's work. Yes. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around. Squeeze them into your enemy's eyes. That is an effective way to dispatch of your enemies. Lemon to the eyes. All right. I think I've doodled out. I'm doodled out. It got too wild, guys. It got too silly. I think I might round it off there for today. I think we had a good dice quest. I very much enjoyed our dicey quest. But I think I'm done for today. Hey, thank you very much, guys, for coming along today. I hope you enjoyed it. That was genuinely a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed that. We'll do another dice quest at some point. Hopefully, maybe another one this month. I would like to do a Halloween-themed one. I think that could be cool. So hopefully later in the month we could do that. Thanks for the stream. Had a great time. Thank you very much. Thank you. A spooky dice quest, yeah. And I'm glad that Fuji hung out with us as well. I'm glad that Fuji stuck around. Yeah. She was a highlight. She was good today. She was good. I think she left because she heard Sophie come in. So yeah, I'll go see her now. I'll go see what she's up to. Oh, I see. There's like a load of people playing this Coral Island game. Kind of intrigued by it. Maybe we'll check it out another day. For now, let's get out of here. I'm just having a look on my list of people I follow. Who's doing what? Got someone making stuff in Unity. That's cool. Just chatting. I like to have a little look and see how long people have been on for, just in case we raid just as they're ending. Okay. We'll go say how do you do today to Cafe Ella, who is currently just chatting, and they have an announcement, which is exciting. So we'll go see what they're up to. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. I don't think I'll be on the weekend, but I'll be back next week. I'll be back next week for some more good funky times. I might have to run after this, so if you guys don't mind letting Ella know that I'm running out of here, Yeah, we'll go say how do you do. Send some sweet patatas their way. Go spread some joy. Yeah, you guys have a good weekend as well. You have a nice chill weekend. Find some time for yourself. Take some time to chill. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Thank you very kindly again for all the support today, all the subs, gift subs and bits and follows. Anyone who got involved with Dice Quest as well, thank you very much. That really does mean a lot. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.